Okay, I guess that's that. I'm making sure my headphone volume is good. I'm not really thrilled with this setup.
Why is that?
I'm sitting in Sam's seat because Sam did his premiere for WWE on their pre-show panel, which I didn't watch because I forgot he was doing it. And I went out, and I wound up going to bed at like 9:30 last night.
Oh.
Like a good boy. I missed the end of the Cowboys game, but I did see a few tweets. They said Sam did great.
Sure he did.
I'm sure he did, yes. Denny is my co-host today.
Thank you. I guess Lady Di was busy, huh?
She answered the shoe. I called it. She held a shoe to her face. Poor Lady Di.
Yeah, I was excited to find out I was doing a wedding yesterday, and Travis sent me an email saying Jim would like you to co-host, and then I was waiting for the April Fool's line to follow that.
No. I wanted you to. I know that you're a competent radio guy. I actually had wanted Anthony in, but of course great. That's still hard to get done. Yeah. Eventually it'll get done. Right now it's one of those things where the company just says no. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And, maybe they'll be ready eventually.
Yeah, that would have been nice. That would have been great.
I would like to have Anthony in.
Great.
We're doing his show, myself and Travis and Sam.
Oh, nice.
On Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday we're doing it, or tomorrow. Maybe it's Wednesday. I don't know.
I can't make it Wednesday. I have a party in the afternoon, DJing a party.
Do you guys hear TV in the headphones? How do I turn that down? I apologize. Was that going out over the mic?
Yes. Yeah, it was. Okay.
It was? Okay.
Sound like crowd noise.
Yeah, I don't know a lot of these buttons. And I was going to sit where Danny is sitting, which is where I normally sit. But I said, you know what, let me just sit in the big boy chair because this way I don't have to have somebody just sitting here saying nothing. To have Adrian just sitting here, not being able to do what he normally does.
Right.
When I need the buttons hit, I'll just say, hey, what button do you hit? And he'll fucking come over and put it. Sam's on a plane from Pittsburgh, and he'll be back at one point today, about 9:30, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
But he's going to sit over there.
Okay.
It's going to really annoy him that I'm in his seat.
You don't want to switch?
No, I don't.
Play musical chairs?
No, it's just stupid.
All right.
Just do it today like this.
Whatever he wants. It's it's your show. It's his show.
Yeah, it's our show.
It's our show.
Well, what's your show today?
Oh, thank you.
You're my guest host.
Nice to be here. So you went to bed before the Cowboys won last night?
I did, yeah. I wanted to go to bed early, just I was tired, and I shot the special on Saturday. So I thank everyone for coming. It went well. I'm normally very, very depressed after I shoot one of those. It's because it's an anticlimax. It's like it's an adrenaline dump. You're finished. You've been leading up to it for all this time, and then you do it, and it's done. And all the guys came. So thanks to Adrian and D-Bag and Travis came, and Troy came, and Sam couldn't because he was again in Pittsburgh preparing for this gig, and Club Soda Kenny. Just all my friends. So it was really nice. Anthony didn't come. That prick. Anthony was supposed to come, and I texted him in the afternoon. I'm like, what show are you coming to? And he goes, oh, the Late Show. And then as time went on, and he was getting close to the Late Show, I'm like, I think Ant's having a different evening.
Maybe he was holiday shopping.
Yeah, I figured that things just got a little carried away or whatever. Yeah. I wasn't that surprised on a Saturday night.
Yeah, he might have been out at the mall.
Yeah, you think getting some last minute gift buying done?
Hitting a little TGI Fridays afterwards,
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe Dave & Buster's.
Dave & Buster's, yeah. Yeah, what's the other place? Chuck E. Cheese.
Chuck E.
Cheese, yeah.
Absolutely.
So
for real.
He used to bring dates there, I think.
Or pick them up from there. That's great. 5 minutes in, we're doing Aunt Pedo jokes. Fucking Denny. So, Denny, tell me about your wedding. How was it?
I had 2 weddings this weekend.
Okay.
Oh, Friday night was a lot of fun. It was a Latino wedding. Why they didn't hire a Latino disc jockey, I don't know, because I played 4 hours of merengue, salsa, and bachatas.
Did you?
Yeah.
Now, were they happy to see you, or were they disappointed?
No, they were happy. The dance floor was packed, so they were happy.
So when you go to like a Latin or a black wedding, you're a white guy. You grew up with white music.
Right.
I mean, you grew up playing all kinds of music.
Right.
But do you feel like, oh, shit, I'm out of place here?
No, as long as they give me a list ahead of time, talk to the people, exactly what they want. I mean, I did a wedding once where a guy wanted a lot of, heavy metal music. Luckily, we have a lot of heavy metal folks who work around here, so they help me out.
But is that more like when you're doing like an ethnic wedding?
Right.
Isn't it like they want, do they enjoy the way you do the wedding? Or is it supposed to be different for an ethnic wedding? Like, do they want a different style or a different flavor?
No. Flavor.
There you go.
No. Hey, look, they're paying me, so I just have to make sure I do a good job for them.
Okay.
They know what they're getting when they get me. It's like somebody goes to see your show, they know what they're getting.
Yeah, but I don't like it if I go and I'm doing a show and it's like an ethnic show. I never enjoy doing that because I'm not going to do well on an ethnic show. Yeah.
But do you draw an ethnic crowd?
No.
Oh, okay.
But
there you
it's
go.
going to be a long day for the boys.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. One thing I did after I shot, because I've been eating very well for a while, is I ate pizza and I had some wings Saturday. And then last night I went out and I ate really good, but then I had to have some frozen yogurt. I had 3 helpings of frozen yogurt with sugar, big helpings with sugary toppings and cinnamon toast crunch. Oh, I ate like a little fucking pig last night. It was so good.
Now, it's a holiday season. You got to treat yourself.
You do have to treat yourself.
Yeah.
But the result is I have a lot of gas.
Yes.
I have a lot of post-yogurt gas.
We're being treated to it.
Oh, yeah, you sure are. Hope you can tell the flavors. I was salted caramel and some vanilla. I was very happy.
I knew you were going to eat pizza after your special because you've been talking about it for weeks.
Yeah.
But I didn't expect you to be coming backstage with the crust in your hand already done eating.
I had
that quickly.
Yeah, well, Travis and those guys, there was a little VIP area just for some friends to come in. And I first thing I did was eat pizza. I only had one slice, though. I didn't go crazy. It was almost like, it's just, I didn't want more than one slice.
Did somebody hand it to you immediately after you got off stage?
No, I just went in and got a pepperoni. I haven't had a pepperoni pizza slice in a fucking year. It was great.
It
was great. But it wasn't hot.
Yeah.
I think they got it before the first show, and it just sat there like a hubcap. So I finally ate it, and it was cold. I was like, all right, whatever.
Do you have a pizza ritual after your shows? Like, do you do something? You do?
No.
You know what I mean?
No
Kind of
ritual.
No?
No, starting January 1st, I want to break a lot of my rituals. Sam and I are doing 3 shows this week. Mm-hmm. I know a lot of shows are off, this is a fine time of year to take off. I mean, you're not wrong to take off, but we just felt like doing a couple of shows. Because Sam is equally as afraid of being irrelevant as I am. That's one thing Sam and I have in common is we're both terrified of not being on the radio because we know people are going to forget about us immediately.
No, you're gonna be running best ofs, and a lot of interviews and things, so people know who you are.
No, I know, but I'm just joking.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are hard workers. Sam's a hard worker.
It's hard work, but it's also being afraid of just falling through the cracks. Mm-hmm. I think that's part of it. Like that's what he's afraid of. That's what I'm afraid of. You just don't, you don't want to just disappear.
Yeah.
I didn't get late after my show. 2 shows, I tape them. They go well. Early show was good. Late show was great. And I was happy. The opening was well received. The set was well received. Nothing after. No. I'm home at 4 o'clock in the morning, just tugging my limp dick, doing fucking nothing. Watching Chatterbait. I'm a creep.
Watching Anthony Robbins videos.
It really was. That would have been an improvement. At least that would have been helpful. That would have at least been, that would have at least been motivational. I was just doing nothing. And looking for a congratulations from a girl from Colombia who has no idea what I do for a living. So, fucking January 1st, I'm going to right this ship. I'm going to turn this ship around January 1st. No more of this malarkey.
Well, good for you.
No more of this malarkey. And New Year's Eve is my last gig, and I'm just going to take some time off and work on material. I'm so sick of doing the other stuff.
Where are you New Year's Eve?
Tarrytown Music Hall in Tarrytown. I've been up there a couple of times, so I hope people still want to come see me. If not, I get it.
Do you like working New Year's Eve?
No, but I mean, I enjoy that I'm out doing something.
Right.
This is an 8 o'clock show, so it won't be obnoxious or noisy or, people kind of hate the comedy show at that hour. You do a 10 o'clock show, people are like, ugh, fucking noisemakers. Ah!
Yeah.
They're spitting that.
I asked Nikki.
Those fucking music makers, noise makers, they're the worst.
I asked Nikki a couple of years ago to Powell. I said, do you work New Year's Eve? He goes, no. He goes, I don't need drunks and I don't need hecklers. And he goes, people are just there. They're not there to see the show.
Yeah. I've had a couple of good ones. I've done Buffalo New Year's Eve, which, I mean, you want to talk about cold. Call in with your coldest New Year's Eve story. It's fucking freezing up there, but the crowds were great. Right. They came to see me, and they were, when they come to see you, they're a little bit better. Mm-hmm. But Tarrytown should be fun, 8 o'clock. A lot of people like being done by 10 so they can go out and do other shit. They want to do festive shit. Yeah. But I don't mind it. It's kind of fun.
Yeah, I haven't been home on New Year's Eve in like 20 years.
Why?
Like John Candy,
I was just going to say that, yeah.
I just always worked.
You do? Where are you working New Year's Eve?
I do a party every year at a certain restaurant, and they book me all the time, so, it keeps you busy.
How come you don't say the name? You don't want fans showing up, or is it a private party?
No, it's a private party. It's a private party, so I can't,
Now, do you drop the screen for the New Year's?
We usually have video screens just like we have here in the studio. So what they'll do is they'll, put it on around 11 o'clock so they have the video and I'm playing the music and they're seeing what's going on.
Okay.
And then we just do a countdown, put the audio on and Seacrest comes on, does his thing, and that's it.
You count down with him?
I let him do the countdown, yeah. I get everybody, come on, let's count it down. Everybody's doing it.
How come you don't do radio New Year's Eve? I'm sure you'd be fun on the radio. People would love to hear Denny on the radio New Year's Eve.
Can make more money.
Oh, yeah, it's about money, right?
It's all about money. You could pay January's mortgage by working New Year's Eve.
So now, is this for comedians, it's the biggest money night of the year, too?
Yeah.
You just go out there and you make probably 3 times what you might make for a show.
Yep.
And they're charging people more money. It's a big night out, I guess.
People expect to pay more. The workers have to, work. You're asking more than, just yourself taking the night off. A lot of, people who work in a restaurant, they're there. When you start working in a restaurant, you got to work that night.
I get offered a lot more money to go on the West Coast and do like a week in a comedy club. And I'm only saying that because I felt like staying local. I just didn't feel like, it's like once you're done doing material, you're like, I'm happy to do it one more time because I do like the venue I'm going to do, but I'm happy to be finished. So what were you going to do? When New Year's Eve is done, what do you do? Will you get drunk?
No.
You don't?
No, I don't. I haven't drank since that last Christmas party that I was banned from.
Oh, no. What happened?
Well, remember the one I got...
Don't look at me. I wasn't there.
No, it was a joke. We were just fooling around, and then Sammy was running video at the Christmas party of me getting out of hand.
I heard Dennis had a few too many.
So,
a few too many? Which Christmas party? Was it the Sirius XM one?
Yeah. It was a Christmas... Really, it was a holiday gathering then. It wasn't a Christmas party yet.
Now, what did you do? Did you get a little fucked up?
No, I was just running around, shooting off my mouth and doing some zany things.
What did you do?
I was just saying I'm wearing a mistletoe belt buckle.
Oh, that's very out of character for you.
Oh, it was just fun. I was just, being. But I don't drink. I try not to.
I've heard this
is
why we have no more open bars at the holiday parties.
Oh no! Did Denny wreck Did Denny get loaded? Did the real Denny come out?
That's what I hear.
Well, E-Rock took a kooky picture of me with a couple of Heinekens in my hand,
Yes,
sitting,
he did.
Kicking back on the couch. But no, they had the party at a different venue this year.
Yeah, but I don't think there was an open bar.
No, there was.
Oh, okay.
It's a 2-hour party.
That's a shit party.
2-hour
fucking
party.
shit party.
It was 2 hours on a Wednesday night?
It was a Wednesday night.
Like, 15 blocks away?
Yeah.
Like, who wants to do that?
Yeah, the not the Edison Ballroom.
It was the Hammerstein.
The Hammerstein. Yeah.
So now, why is there a 2-hour? Oh, there you are with your 2 brews.
There you go.
All loaded. So now, why would they have a 2-hour company Christmas party?
So that people like Dennis can't get hammered for 4 hours.
Well, also cost.
I think it's cost.
Yeah, cost.
Now, did Scott show up? Did Jim
I wasn't
show
there.
up?
I had a gig
2 years ago. I mean,
yeah. Was he?
Was Scott and Andrew there?
Well, it was here, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
it was
they used to do it here.
Yeah, but I think the past 2 years they had it off-site.
Now, did the big bosses go to it?
Yeah, I think they make a quick, jump in.
They just kind of
out.
stop in.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of places have cut back on holiday parties. Years ago, you used to do them, like every night in December. It was fantastic. But, since the economy went down the hill, people lay off people in September. How the hell do you have a Christmas party 2 months later?
Yeah, it's weird. Like for gigs too, man. You do all these gigs. They would have. Here's what the comedy clubs try to do. They try to fuck you. Because, to do a private party, you get more money.
Of course.
You get paid more money.
Right.
So what they do is they have these parties, and they would wind up inviting a bunch, like have a company party, but don't tell you.
Right.
And they would just book a bunch of comedians, and you're making your $50 or your $100 spot money, and then meanwhile it's a company paying a shitload of money and ticket prices. Mm-hmm. So the comedy clubs would kind of fuck the comics this time of year. The money you made, I made my living for a long time doing prom shows. In June at Dangerfield, prom shows, you're going on at 3 o'clock in the morning to a bunch of snotty high school students.
Yeah.
They are the fucking worst.
Oh, yeah.
They don't get any of the jokes.
No.
I watched Willie Tyler and Lester. Do you remember Willie Tyler
Sure.
and Lester?
Yeah.
Black ventriloquist. Very good ventriloquist.
Yeah.
Oh, did he catch a beating? And I mean, metaphorically, at Caroline's one night. Oh, they were mean to him. Because he's old school.
Yeah.
And he was singing, I can learn how to fly. You know that song?
Yeah.
And it's a really nice moment. And were they fucking booing him. It was really ugly.
The worst time I ever saw a comedian opened up for Joan Jett on Broadway. And I don't remember the comedian's name. Joan Jett did a couple of shows on Broadway. And the comedian came out, and people were just not there to see the comedian. I felt so bad for the guy. I mean, he just screaming, bring on Joan, when's she come? And it's like, people are just downright rude. Especially when they're with a pack of people.
When a pack of people, they feel safer. But there's also a lot of times when you're not expecting to see a comic. Like when Sebastian Bach was in here, he was like, man, we got to have Jim open for us. And Florentine will do those gigs. Don Jameson does those gigs. Mm-hmm. Florentine was on a tour with fucking Megadeth and Slayer and Anthrax. I'm like, I don't know if I want to do music. Like, I don't know. I was supposed to do a gig with Ozzy. Mm-hmm. Me and Florentine were supposed to go down to Mexico City and do a gig with Ozzy in the the Hard Rock in Mexico,
Right.
Whatever it's called. And Ozzy wound up canceling it because he had foot surgery before. So we wound up not doing the gig, which I was really looking forward to. A week in a resort with Ozzy.
Wow.
Pestering him.
Yeah.
Sitting by the pool with him.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to do that.
No, having some virgin pina coladas together, laughing. But he canceled. I guess that prospect fucking nauseated him.
You were looking forward to going on vacation with us.
Yes, it was, Travis.
Frolicking in the pool.
Yeah, laughing together. Prince of Darkness splashing him, knocking him off his, like, the donut. Having some fun with Ozzy in the fucking pool.
Just go on the lazy river with Ozzy.
Yeah, what is Lazy River?
You know, like one of those just like slow river rides where you just like get in a tube and you just float.
Just sit there and talk with your icon buddy.
Hold hands.
I don't want to be gay with him. Although if we got kidnapped, that would have sucked. I would have hated if I saw Ozzy being cowardly in front of a kidnapper. Take his head off, don't take mine. Hurt him.
It was never rescheduled?
No, I guess it's a summer thing, and man, that bummed me out.
Yeah.
I was really looking forward to that. But I do have copies of the poster that we were supposed to be there together. My name and his name on the same marquee.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm debating going in February to go to England to go see Sabbath. I may take a day off from radio and go there.
A day?
It's their last show.
It's one day?
Well, yeah, it's a weekend show.
Okay.
So I may do that. Yeah. Now, I wanted to ask you, too, what do you think? Because you're a New Yorker.
Yeah.
You're a years-long or lifelong New Yorker.
Yes.
They're opening the 2nd Avenue subway. Now, that's who gives a shit news if you're anywhere else in the country.
Right.
But it's big news for us, especially dummies like me who moved to the East Side,
right,
thinking that they're going to open the 2nd Avenue subway, but now they're going to open it like below, like above 90s, 59th Street to 96th Street,
right,
which has nothing to do with where I live. I live in Lower Manhattan.
Well, it's tough to get up to Midtown from that area. If you have to walk and then catch a different subway.
Yeah, it's awful. And they say the construction has been going. This is what if you want to know what New York is and what fucking annoying bureaucracy is. Construction on the Upper East Side subway. It's going to initially include 3 stops. 3 stops from 63rd to 96th Street. First began in 2007. The project has been planned since 1929.
Ooh.
Almost 100 fucking years.
Wow.
To get 3 stops on the Upper East Side.
Wow.
That really stinks.
The union took a long time to get those contracts done.
Dude, I don't know. They've been digging for literally almost a century.
Wow.
And I don't know why that just hasn't happened faster, but it's never going to happen.
And
where
you can't take that subway because you're totally in a different area.
It has nothing to do with it.
No.
Literally, if they put a stop on Staten Island, that would be more convenient for me than this one. It means nothing to my life. I have to walk over to the Lexington Avenue subway, which nobody cares about if you're not in New York.
No.
But we're in holiday mode. At least we're here live.
There's a lot of tourists in New York this time of year. Crazy out there.
That's what I was planning on when I shot, too. A bunch of tourists came, people from out of town.
Right.
It was very fun. I wish you could have made it.
Yeah, I wish. Like I said, I was working all weekend. I also did a same-sex wedding.
Did you really?
Yes.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. I had a good time. It was a lot of fun.
I didn't know you were gay.
No, I was the DJ for the couple, so I'm able to open up myself to a different avenue.
Funny if Denny was a top.
No.
Denny's a top. Denny's a dominant top.
And it was nice. It was great. We just had a lot of fun. And
how old were the guys that got married?
Mid-30s.
Okay, were they good looking?
Yes, very nice guys.
Very handsome guys. How'd you get that gig? You're like a silver daddy in that community.
I was recommended from one of their friends who knew me, and they said Dennis would be perfect for you because he knows the music. He knows to party.
So what music? What was the?
It was all high energy dance music, all disco music.
Daddy's Little Girl.
Yeah, played that. A lot of Barbara Streisand. We played some Liza, but no, we just had it was just all good fun.
Now, did you say? How did you do the walk-in? Like the 2 grooms?
Our 2 grooms. Nice round of applause for, John and Bob. We don't call them the wedding couple.
You know, why not?
What's that? Well, please welcome. What do we call it? We didn't call it the bridal party.
No.
And
what do you call it?
We just called it the wedding party.
Okay, the wedding party.
Our best man and our maid of honor. And now please welcome.
Was there a maid of honor?
Yeah.
Was it a man?
No, it was a young lady.
So they still do the traditional.
Yeah.
Believe me, I'm asking this time. I have to plan something similar someday.
Yeah. We didn't throw the garter or the bouquet or anything, but
so they don't just call it a groom and a groom. There's actually a bridal. Which one's the bride?
No. We do call them grooms.
Oh, you do.
But we do have a party, a wedding party, and you could still have a maid of honor. It doesn't have to be it doesn't have to do with anything with being a female.
And they kissed.
Yeah.
You didn't go ew, did you?
What's that? They kept tapping the glasses so they would,
Nah, that's nice.
Are they usually introduced as like, please welcome for the first time, Mr. and Mrs.?
Well, I don't say for the first time because the first time is when they get married in the church
so
under
technical,
God's
Dennis.
eyes. So I just, right? Because the first time is really
Well, I mean,
with the officiant.
I think it's the first time when it's recognized as a married couple. I never took it as under the church or God's eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of took it like, hey, if you're two people getting married, it's the first time that we,
Right.
the public, are recognizing you as a Mr. and Mrs. Adrian Fernandez.
Yeah, that's what normal people
Or the
do.
brand new wedding couple.
Well, normal
That's what you
people.
did?
Yeah, brand new wedding couple. Let's welcome our two grooms. Dancing their first dance together to whatever.
What was the song they danced to?
Jason Mraz, I won't give you up.
I don't know that one.
Nice song.
It is a nice song. Did you get teary-eyed?
No, I never really get teary-eyed.
You really don't. When's the last time you cried?
Last time I cried, I think when the Mets lost the 1973 World Series.
Is it really?
Yeah.
You haven't cried that many years?
No, I'm sure I've cried before that,
But
too.
when?
Well, I don't remember.
Wait, so you cried when they lost, but you didn't cry when they win?
What's that?
You didn't cry when they won?
I
in
was just
86?
overcome with joy.
Oh.
I don't cry from happiness.
No
I cry
tears of
from-
joy?
No
I do.
tears of joy. Do you?
Yeah, I'm a crybaby. I'm a fucking crybaby. I cry at weird shit.
Like at a movie, you'll be watching.
Oh,
yeah?
the worst.
What's the
I'm
last
the
movie?
worst.
What's the last movie?
Jungle
you cried at?
Fever. No, I don't know. I don't know. I have to cough. I don't have a cough button. I have to.
Just turn away. There you go. See there.
By the way, Sam, your job is easy.
Yeah.
Sam acts like he's doing a big thing up here, hitting buttons.
Well, that's what I do when I'm behind the counter. It looks like I'm doing, behind the DJ booth there. It looks like I'm doing a lot of different things and just waving my arms and clapping along.
Is it all pre-programmed?
No. I have everything on, all the music on the computer and everything. But you give me your list of music and I play it.
Did anybody hit on you at the wedding?
No.
Come on.
No.
You're a handsome dude. You're slender.
Sometimes the bride's mom will grab me to come out there and do a little boogaloo with her.
Do you?
No.
Why?
No, I do. Yeah, of course I do. I want to make her happy.
Well, you do, but you have to be behind the equipment. What about
Right.
people fucking with your stuff?
Well, no, I mean, I'm not walking into a different room with them. I'm at, going to the bridal suite. I'm just out there on the dance floor.
Yeah?
Having a good time. Yeah.
You get any
It's
numbers?
fun. What's that? No.
Well, you're married, right?
Yeah, I'm married.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I didn't do that.
And none of the gay guys even flirted with you? Come on.
No.
I don't buy that, right? Adrian, I don't buy that at all.
No. They didn't. They came over and said you were doing such a nice job. And, I would just always kind of wave and show my wedding ring on my hand here. Like, well, thank you very much. Is there anything I could play for you?
Is that what you're doing to let them know that this is
Hands
not
off,
open?
buddy. Hands
off the merchandise?
Dennis thinks he's such a hot commodity.
Yeah, he really does. Denny always wears the wedding ring because he knows that people are just going to want to get to him.
Yeah.
People want to fuck Denny at the wedding. Do you think some DJs get laid at the wedding?
Oh, yeah.
They do.
Yeah,
Where?
A lot of guys get numbers. So I'll work with some younger guys and
Oh, you've worked with guys as they've gotten laid?
Yeah. Well, no, I wasn't watching them getting laid. I was out, doing the gig. But they'll say, "Man, last night I picked up this chick." It's like, well, it's a business. It's being professional.
You think that's unprofessional?
Yeah, I think so. Years ago, you used to have all those we called the Guido DJs, the guys back there drinking and smoking and everything and eating. It just looks very unprofessional.
But isn't that kind of part of the fun?
It is, but again, I'm being hired to work there. I think it's very unprofessional when a guest comes up to me and they smell alcohol in my breath. I don't think that's right.
Chew gum.
What's that?
Chew gum.
No, I'm not there to drink. I'm there to, I'm there to have a
Do you
good
get a
time.
little carried away when you drink? Is that the problem? You don't trust yourself?
I don't want to drop the speakers
Well, we
down.
got a couple of grooms. If God thinks it's all right, I guess I can go with
God
it.
damn it, get off your seat and dance.
Yeah.
No.
Do you ever want to yell at them to get the fuck up and dance? Come on, that's got to be annoying. It's like, if I have a crowd and I'm like, hey, how are you?
Yeah.
I get mad if they don't laugh, but I can't really scold them because it's their right to not laugh.
Well, I don't like doing cliche things like, ladies and gentlemen, the dance floor is open. Well, of course they know it's a dance floor. It's never been, closed. If you want to dance, here's a song. Let me know. I'll try to play something for you.
Adrian just hit that button. He's trying to fix my thing.
Why are we hearing
And
a
then
lot of buzzing?
Adrian,
Hot's on while he's
feedback
messing
and-
with it.
Adrian hit the button and he hit the appropriate one, which is you're not so smart now, are you? Dennis asked a girl to take her pants off and get the Xerox machine 2 years. Did you really?
No. The way it came out on there, I said, jump up on that copy machine. That was it. You just open it up that way. I mean, I didn't detail everything like that.
Yeah, but you were implying, right?
implying, but I wouldn't, say word for word what you guys were saying I did. It was just fun. It was good old fashioned office
I think
fun.
Dennis has one beer and he's done.
Dennis is like a really low
I'm not a
rent alcoholic.
no tolerance.
I mean, I enjoy
drops
a couple
N-bombs when he's fucked up.
I enjoy a couple of cold beers, but I don't drink the hard stuff.
Let me. This call screener, by the way, why can't you make it bigger? What is with these shit computer screens?
We've asked a bunch of times.
And what do they say?
They say we don't know.
We use a satellite to broadcast and we can't make font bigger?
No.
Jesus Christ. I'm going to try to go to the phone, take a couple of calls. One here, hold on. Let me see if I can do this. I apologize. Hello?
I hear somebody.
Right?
Oh, hell yeah. Is this Chris?
Yeah, buddy.
How impressive is that, by the way, that there are some dopes that don't know how to use the phones? I get it the first time. Not an issue. Travis, comment?
You're so good.
Attaboy.
Yeah.
Natural.
Attaboy. Thanks, Adrian. Hi, Chris. What's going on?
Jamie, I wanted to congratulate you on a fantastic show on Saturday night.
Oh, thank you, man. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Which one did you come to?
I was at the early show sitting right next to Bobo.
Oh, you sat next to Bobo. That's right. Yeah, Daniel came. Your phone's a weird quality right now, right? We can't hear it.
Can you hear me now, buddy?
Now I can, yes.
Very nice.
Yeah, thank you for coming. You should have come back and said hello.
I was worried about it, to be honest with you, because Kelsey did really well, but she didn't get a great response from the crowd, so I was worried, but you killed.
Yeah, well, you know what it is? The early show, whenever there's a taping, tapings are weird psychology because the crowd feels like, okay, we don't want to do anything we're not supposed to do. And we gave Kenny announcements beforehand, which wasn't Kenny's fault. We asked him to make them, which is just, hey, no cell phones and blah, blah, blah. Just if you could, just don't tweet about it till after, just so you don't wreck it for the late show. Have a good time, but don't heckle, blah, blah, blah. Just stuff they typically say at a taping, but you don't want the audience to feel scolded. And that wasn't Kenny's fault, so the late show we didn't do that. But typically on a TV taping, tell him to wait outside. Typically on a TV taping, we don't have the audience. the audience is a little nervous, but they were a little bit better for the. Tell the guests to wait outside.
No, we're not ready for the guest yet.
How do I pot that mic up? So thank you, Chris. I appreciate you coming.
You were just bragging about getting phone calls on the air. You could turn this mic on. There you go. Sammy! How are you, buddy?
And we were just talking, Sam, when you walked in. Chris called. He came to the taping, and because he's a true friend, and he came and he said that he was shocked that it went well because he didn't know it was going to go good. But it's all
shocked that it went well?
No, meaning that because there was a low energy for the audience, and he had a good time. But it's a weird psychology in a taping.
Who turned my mic on?
Could you turn
Oh, how do you do it? I don't know how to do it, buddy.
So neither does Adrian.
Oh yeah, Adrian.
Kenny, by the way, did those announcements for the late show.
Yeah, he did, but he only did a couple. He just said no filming, please, and the other stuff he didn't do. So it's always a weird thing, the early show. I usually want to hang myself after the early show, but after this early show, I felt really good. And the people were there who needed to like it. They're like, we got it, we're happy. And I felt great after the late show. So thanks for coming, buddy. I appreciate it. Let me see if I can help on Chris. You had a good time, and Bobo came, and thank you, okay?
Thanks, us.
Yeah, I saw a tweet about Bobo going.
Thanks, Chris. Hold on, let me just see if I can hang this up, Sam, the X. Okay, cool. Yeah, he sent me a tweet, and he said that he was going to come, and I thanked him for coming. I was happy he came.
The tweet that I saw said that the instructions, if you had tickets, were don't wear a white T-shirt and don't wear big logos because it's a taping for something. And he was sitting in the audience with a giant New York Giants logo on his head and his chest that was white, red, and blue.
I didn't see him in the audience, but I'm happy that that's all he did wrong. If the only thing Bobo did wrong was not wear like a team logo, I'm okay with that because people wear shit to a taping. I don't care that much. The lights, it's black when I'm on stage. Like I literally, before the show, they do like a percentage thing. Like how bright do you want it? How light? I said I want it dark. And I worked the crowd this time for the first time ever on a special. Like I talked to the audience a little bit, and they lit them for that. But that was it.
Jess said that you, in the middle of this show, were like, no, stop lighting the crowd for the early show.
I did that at one point because I had talked to the audience, and then I go back into my material. But when I go back in, they didn't know. The guy didn't have a lighting cue because we didn't plan it. So I just said, hey, you can lower the lights. That was all. No, I wasn't pissed off.
She said she liked it. She said it was like you going inside a TV production.
Yeah, I just told them to lower the lights because I don't like a lit. When I taped Please Be Offended, the whole first show was lit. and I wanted to murder somebody because I was watching. I remember looking outside and seeing Opie, Anthony, Danny Ross, and seeing the fucking boom shadow going across guys I see every day in Troy. I'm like, why is this happening? So you got back early. You flew and you landed what time?
It was like 7:15, 7:30.
Denny, you don't mind me bringing our guest in?
No,
first?
of course
Okay,
not.
Denny, my
He's
co-host.
always welcome.
I saw that Denny was your co-host. Yeah, I noticed you. You must have been listening to the suggestions that we were getting for guests. If
I
you're
did
going to bring
not.
Dennis in,
I did not actually. I just decided Denny was a guy I knew I was going to have in. Anthony, of course, you know, we tried to get in, but
so Dennis, that's a big drop off.
oh no, it was gonna be Anthony and Dennis, and we just couldn't
Love
get.
to have Anthony, of course.
Of course.
Good. So you guys are getting along.
Yeah. Well, they agree politically on a lot of things. It's really weird.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. More of the extreme stuff, though.
Only the extreme
I
stuff.
see. Yes. Did you wear your outfit for the special? I know you wore the Yeezys because Jess reported that you did. But did you wear the outfit that you wore on the beanbag chair?
No, I was nude. my Yogi Bo came. And no, I did wear my Yeezys. I don't know if I'll leave the bit in there about them because who cares? It's funny for us, but I did wear them. They looked. You know who taught me into wearing them is the people from the the director and the producer said they look good. They're fine. They look okay. But my Yogi Bo came that day, and by the way, and Sam criticized me, and I was going to take a picture, and I just decided to do that, and I thought it was very funny.
Who took the photo?
I did.
How'd you take it? What, on a timer?
How else would I do it?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
I snapped it, and then I'm just quick. Yeah,
Sneaky.
I did. I laid there on the Yogi Bo, and I was very happy with how that photo came out. I look comfortable, don't I?
You just face down, flat, nude.
And dude,
The little curve of your butt cheek.
the photoshops that people had were fucking hilarious. They had a horse mounting me.
Yeah.
They had me
Head
getting
first
ready.
into Kim Kardashian's ass.
That was my favorite one. Who's the fucking guy? Oh, that's D-Bag. I didn't recognize who that was. It's me laying there. I may have that blown up. Can we copy and paste that, like a larger copy of that?
We should actually get that for the lobby.
Yeah.
That should be our show
Dude,
photo.
if they would show that, they wouldn't show that.
You nude while the rest of us are at the milk bar with our feet on your back?
I would love to
From
have
Clockwork
that.
Orange?
That makes me so happy. I would like an 8x10 copy of that, like a good quality of that for my home.
You would put that up?
I haven't hung any art up yet, and I'm gonna hang a couple of fan art things. One, some guy drew Tommy Chong, and can you go to my Twitter? Somebody else drew me a show picture, which I thought was really good. The guy did a nice job. It's a weird face I'm making with like this crazy like John Wayne Gacy clown thing, but it was like I appreciate the fans doing art.
Yeah.
and there's a lot of them are really talented people.
Well, we inspire people, Jim.
I wouldn't say it was that. I was just saying I'm somebody they like that they just drew something with. But don't you feel complimented when they do something?
Yeah, very
artistic?
much. Yeah.
So that's a guy putting in hours, even if it's an hour of work. It's fucking an hour of a guy thinking of me as an artist. It means something.
I was literally in the car just now. I was watching the YouTube that I think we retweeted that some guy did of animating our conversation about walking on the moon and not walking on the moon, and just like it's like the Terrence and Phillip style. It's like photos of us.
It's the same guy who did the Chip Dog.
Yes, it was.
Oh, really? It's the same. They're great.
I forgot to tweet that out last night, but he did a great job with it, and we will tweet that out today from the show account. And
Yeah.
I'm going to tweet that out from my personal account too.
Jess said that the special went very, very well, though.
I wish she would have come back and said hello. Would have been nice to see her. I heard she was there.
Yeah, she didn't want to,
No.
bother
She would
anybody.
have been welcome too, but the beginning went good, the show went well, and I was really. And
Yeah, she said the ending was. I mean, the beginning, like the intro, went really, really well.
Yeah, I was happy, and then also the material worked very well, and I just was really happy with the way it went, and I appreciate the people coming out. And the Late Show went extremely well. It was just a great night, so thank you to everybody.
For you to be happy about it must have gone flawlessly.
I'm normally manic after I shoot one.
Yeah.
I was a little bummed after the first one. I'm like, fuck! And I always am, but not panicking. And then I'm like, you know what? Let me shut up and watch it. I went back into the room because it's all shot at 4K. And I sat there and I watched the first 10 minutes. That's why there's no trucks outside. I watched the first 10
You
minutes.
trim those nose hairs in 4K, every detail.
Every detail. and it was really I was very pleased. So thank you to everyone.
Did you go, Dennis?
What's that? No, I was doing
Dennis had a gig. Dennis had Dennis was of course invited.
And I'll tell you, because I was about to say, it's not like Dennis to turn down a free lunch, but he'll only turn down a freebie if it's for something that pays.
Yeah.
Right.
I didn't blame him. He had a gig.
Had a gig.
Right.
And Sam, I know, would have come.
Right.
But
Right,
he had a gig. He was away.
Yeah, had a gig.
Yeah.
And Anthony just, I guess, was busy.
Well, he likes to have a cocktail. So he's got other hobbies that
He
he
might have
likes to
been.
do.
He might have been trimming the tree.
Yeah, he could have been. He could have been
doing that.
trimming the tree.
He may have been trimming the tree, yeah.
Sure.
But I missed seeing Anthony there. So now you went to Pittsburgh.
Yes.
And I heard it went really, really well. I did not watch the pay-per-view, but tell me about your gig.
I didn't watch it. I don't really. But
What time did you do it? The pay-per-view was what time?
It was on at 8, so we did the kickoff show at 7.
Okay.
So it was an hour kickoff show, and we did we do a segment for each match. It's like they're probably 3 minutes long, breaking down the matches. A couple of segments have wrestlers that come in, and we talk to them about them.
Who came in?
This one female wrestler named Bailey, and T.J. Perkins, who's in the cruiserweight match. But
Wait, do they have weight classes in wrestling? I didn't know they did.
they have a cruiserweight division.
Okay.
It's not really it's everybody under 205 pounds is in that division, but that's because they do more like flips and crazy stuff like
Dude,
that.
were you creaming when you're when they're walking in to talk to you and it's like you were literally doing a WWE show?
Yeah, I mean, we rehearsed it, which was good because at first I was because you also. I was out of my mind for doing a WWE show, but at the same time, I'm not really used to doing things where there's a boss, I'm represented. Because here at Sirius, they literally let us do whatever we want.
Right.
They're there's a boss, but they kind of just trust us to do whatever.
Right.
Whereas when you're doing something like that, in my mind, I'm going, now I'm representing this guy and his vision and his company and whatever. But once we started rehearsal and I realized that they just wanted me to have fun and be my goofy fanboy self. It was a blast after that.
Well, yeah, because you're a legitimate fan and you know so much about it. You're not going to fuck up and say something. Normally they worry someone's going to say something stupid that doesn't represent the company, but you're not going to do that.
Yeah. At one point, when they were asked,
go back. I'm sorry. So let me see Sam's picture. Let me see you in the suit. Oh, that's awesome.
Wow, very nice.
Yeah, they asked me to promote the network, the WWE network, and one of the things. And I said on the air, the WWE network is such a good deal, I would give up my firstborn child for it, and my wife is pregnant.
That's a good. You look good, dude. That's.
It was fun. It was really fun, and their host Renee is amazing. And Booker T was a blast.
Renee. Who is that? Who is she?
Renee Young.
Oh, that's her, the blonde.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's super hot and really, really good. They make it super easy.
So I think they're going to give you. The amazing thing is they have a white woman, a black man, and then something in between, which is it's perfect.
At one point, Booker T live on the air just started singing Ebony and Ivory because everybody was getting along.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
They put you in the middle, so they have a lot of faith in your broadcasting ability, your ability to keep it going. That's great, man.
Yeah. No, it went really well, and I got all positive feedback on it from them, and Twitter was super awesome about it. It was really fun, and just I was there all day. So just kind of watching them set up and hanging out in catering and hanging out in the arena while they were getting everything together and just not. Because I've been backstage before, but when you're backstage as a guest, you kind of have this feeling I know I'm not supposed to be here. I got to get out of here. I'm in the way. Let me go back to where I'm supposed to be. Let me go back to sitting in the audience. This is stupid. I shouldn't be here. But when you're actually supposed to be there, and if somebody comes up to you and goes, "Oh, what are you doing here?" You go, "Oh, I'm doing the kickoff show." It's it's awesome.
You have the right badge too. No one can fuck with you.
Oh, they FedExed me a badge before I left to go to Pittsburgh, so I had it.
Right.
And so because you know how
Did you throw it out when you were done with it?
No, I still have it.
You saved it? Are you gonna get rid of it?
Probably not. I don't think so.
Keep it.
Put it on. Do you have it with you?
No, it's a sticker, so I decided not to stick it on anything because I wanted to keep the backing.
I understand, sure.
When do you find out if they'll have you back for the next show?
I don't know. I mean, they just I don't know what they're doing. I don't know if they know, but it's just they were just having me on for this show for now.
Right.
But you always think that you're not right beforehand. Anything that could go wrong is going to go wrong, and it's not going to happen. So I didn't and I didn't really know where to go. I just kind of know to go to the arena and figure out where the talent entrance is and all that. So I went in assuming, I was like, okay, I got my ID here. They said I was going to be on the list, but I don't know. I got my backstage credential. I got all this stuff. And like I drove in, and the guy there was a WWE guy, and he was like, hey, you're hosting the show tonight, right? Like he knew who I was immediately, and I was like, yeah. And then I walked in, and the security guy was like, oh, do you have your working badge or a credential? And I took out my credential, going like, I'm sure they didn't give me the right one.
Yeah, of course.
He's like, no problem. He put a sticker on it. He was like, oh, you're good to go. And literally, I was good to go anywhere.
You had free reign. You could walk wherever you wanted
Anywhere.
to. So how did you feel when the cameras first click on? Because there's that moment. So there's always that joke that Brady Bunch. Baton Rouge, Cindy, when that fucking dumb Cindy Olsen, when she's not DMing faggot to somebody, she's fucking Susan Olsen. She's choking on the air. Cindy Brady. How do you feel when the camera first clicks on and it's your turn?
Well, like we had rehearsed the intro. We didn't rehearse most of the show, but we rehearsed the intro, and I had made Renee and Booker laugh when we were rehearsing the intro with my goofiness. So at that point, I was like, okay, at least I'm confident that I can just have a silly time.
Right.
And you still get like that sort of jolt when the cameras first go on. Like, what if I start screwing up my words? What if I blah, blah, blah? But once it starts rolling, it was awesome.
Do we have any video of Sam talking? Like, do we have a little video of the open moment?
I think that they have a little bit on Twitter. I mean, they got the whole show on YouTube.
Yeah, let's see if we can watch the open moment. I want to see Sam's first moment talking as a WWE kind of a pre-show announcer.
I got out of What's the Haps.
Did you?
Absolutely.
Oh, good.
Absolutely.
And everybody should tweet. Everyone should tweet WWE and let them, because it's not even a favor for the show. You're legitimately qualified to do that.
Yeah, that's it. End of the line kickoff. Yeah, and they post it like, it gets crazy viewers.
Wow, you got 364,000 views already?
That's on YouTube. On the Facebook, it has like 625,000
That's fucking
views.
amazing,
Nice.
dude.
Wow.
And then it's also on the network,
That's so great.
which has like 2 million subscribers almost.
Oh, that's awesome. So yeah, everybody tweet and say how much you like Sam doing that, because then they'll give him more of these. That's great.
Yeah, it'd be fun. And like, it's nice that all the wrestlers kind of know who I am.
Yeah.
And they all like treated me like family when I got there. There was no weirdness. It was just fun.
No, because you're not a fan that's a stalker fan, well, in a way, but you kind of but you know their world better than anybody or as well as anybody. So let's see the opening moment. I can't hear. How do I do? I'm probably fucking.
You can
this
do
up.
it from there, Adrian.
I don't know what to do.
And now, WWE Network presents.
You can skip ahead a little bit because they introduced me third
End of the line kickoff.
after Booker.
That'll
The Hall of
change.
Famer, also the future mayor of Houston, Texas.
Right after
I
Booker. Yeah.
announced it. Yeah, 2019 is going to be a big year, and I'm looking forward to it.
Booker
I want
T
the
is running
citizens
for
in
mayor of Houston in
in
2019.
Texas to know
Oh, good.
that
And
I'm
so
that guy.
he plans on, and he does
2020 is
every
gonna be the
pay-per-view.
start
So
of
he said he's going to do a campaign speech every pay-per-view until 2019.
To Rumble. Now, can you dig it? But right now, first things
I
first.
dig it.
Roadblock. We got to get started, baby.
We do have to we're getting started here in Roadblock, and also, yes, if I could vote for you, I would. So I give that book
Hey, just make sure
hard.
you retweet everything.
All of it. All of it. We've also got the host of Jim Norton and Sam Roberts.
And not-
from Sirius XM.
Oh no!
It was so funny because she'd gotten it right. I mean, Renee's like a crazy professional. Like she gets it right. But right before that, she was like, okay, is it the Jim Norton and Sam Roberts show? I was like, don't even worry about the show, just Jim Norton and Sam Roberts. And she's like, okay, and then da-da-da. And she was like, what are you on Instagram? I was like, not Sam across the board. She was like, oh, that's right, of course.
Okay.
And so it's like all this information had just gone through.
Too much.
And yeah.
I think okay.
The Hall of Famer, also
Oh, wait.
the future.
Sorry, I fucked up.
City Hall.
Yeah.
City Hall. Hey, baby.
We do have to we're getting started here in Roadblock, and also, yes, if I could vote for you, I would. So I give that book
Hey, just make sure
hard.
you retweet everything.
All of it. All of it. We've also got the host of Jim Norton and Sam Roberts from Sirius XM. He also deems himself the last professional broadcaster.
Oh, boo.
Sam Roberts.
That's right. Well, based on that introduction, I would say
Yes.
I'm right. I am.
Damn!
The last professional broadcaster. Renee, this is
Right.
a dream come true. I was excited enough to watch Roadblock End of the Line from my house. when I found out I was coming here to the epicenter of the WWE universe and get to talk about it with you guys, this is
The best seat in the house.
indescribable.
Best seat in the house, right here.
You're sitting next to Booker T.
The 5 times.
Yes.
What's the haps?
How excited do you feel? I mean, what does it feel like to be here in Pittsburgh amongst the WWE universe, but sitting right here in this spot?
Well, the energy is just amazing, and I feel like right now, in this moment, all the energy from the WWE universe is coming right into this spot.
I can see the butterflies.
Oh, right here.
Going all, I always say, you just got to make sure.
I only have one complaint.
What's your
You look
complaint?
very comfortable. You look very good.
Yeah.
But there's one thing that's making me rageful.
What is it?
Denny's, Sam is using his arms. I don't mind using your arms. It's TV. You're using your arms.
Yeah.
But the fact that you have a pencil in
I
your
knew
right
it.
hand.
I got so obsessed because, I looked down at the table when I got there, and there were these Ticonderoga #2 pencils, and I hadn't seen them. It was just like a sharpened #2 pencil,
Which is awesome.
And I haven't seen a sharpened #2 pencil in years.
Since you've taken like a final or something in school.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm just gonna hold this the whole time and point, and then every time they came over and let's get a photo of you guys, I just pointed the pencil at the camera.
It's upsetting.
Like I was a journalist.
It's upsetting me.
Well, Jim, when you're a sports entertainment analyst, you need a pencil.
But you don't need to hold it and threaten everybody at the table with it like it's a sword.
I'm analyzing.
You're not analyzing. You're fucking poking.
Is that going to be your thing now?
I think so.
Be like, I need a pencil.
Where's the pencil? I don't do pen.
That's the
Be like
catchphrase.
shades.
Where's the pencil?
Yeah.
It was just such a stupid thing because every time I would make a note on my papers, I would put down the pencil and pick up a pen to make the note and then pick up the
Because you
pencil
like holding
again.
that pencil. There's no reason to hold it. I'm just watching for another minute here. Hold on. Okay.
You can't use your prop.
Hold on a second.
Right, that's my
Those
problem.
butterflies, you form a line and, fly straight.
Keep
Right.
them together.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Broadcast.
That's my pencil.
Kickoff show. Some say he's a little too wild to be out here.
All right, you got to go
Yeah.
and watch this. You got to watch this on YouTube.
Nice.
And just
It's
to watch
the,
Sam's, even if you're not a wrestling fan, just go-
WWE Roadblock End of the Line Kickoff.
yes, just go to watch Sam's gesticulation with his hand. But you look good. You
Thanks.
look like comfortable. You look like you belong there.
Yeah, it was really funny too, and obviously they were after the thing was over, after our kickoff was over, I was done at 8 when the pay-per-view started. So everybody
You
was
want to go
like,
back to the hotel, probably.
they were like, "Oh, you sticking around?" Or I was like, "Yeah, I'm going to stay for the show. Yeah, I'm staying here." The fact that they have a TV locker room where the people the hosts and stuff that are on TV change and everything. But what happens is the top guys also use that as their locker room because it's the one with the most room and it's the cleanest and they don't want to get involved. So I'm sitting there in the TV locker room and no, it was fine. My suit bag was hanging up next to Roman Reigns' vest and I was just looking at it this is the fucking greatest thing that could ever happen.
Did you touch it?
Come on.
No, I stared at it though a lot.
You take a selfie
Because
with
I didn't
it?
I didn't want to get caught touching it. Yeah. And then as I'm watching the show,
Hey!
I'm
If
watching
it was Stone Cold's, would you have touched it?
the leather vest with the metal. I would have
Put it
touched the
on?
metal letters.
No, you
yeah.
would've put it on.
Wait, Roman Reigns? Who the fuck is that?
What?
I don't know who he is.
Roman Reigns.
I know his name.
He's the United States champion of the world. Or the United States, I guess. He's the United States champion.
Oh, right. I've seen that guy before, sure.
Yeah.
You
He's
like
the
him?
man. He's
Do
a,
girls like him?
Oh my God. You
Does he
can
get
tell
laid?
already, right?
Yeah, he's a dreamy looking guy. His hair it looks wet, but it's not. He's one
Right.
of those guys that just fucks everything. Yeah.
Very well conditioned.
Really depressing.
But then, and I'm sitting there because they have a TV in that locker room so you can watch the show. So at one point, I'm watching the show, and next to me is literally Seth Rollins and Chris Jericho
Rollins!
are in their gear, kind of talking about what's going on. And I'm watching the show with the guys from the show. It was great. And then I was in the hallway at one point watching from another location, and somebody taps on my back. And it's this guy, Brian Kendrick. He was another one of the cruiserweight wrestlers, but I've been a fan of his for years. He's awesome.
Sure.
Awesome. And he has a piece of cake in his hand. And he just hands it to me. He's like, Sam? I was like, hey, man. And I kind of met him earlier in the day. He was like, would you just do me a favor and give this to the chipper? And as it turns out, he's a big fan.
Oh, wow. So he wanted a little cake for the chipper.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Right, 30 seconds before we went on the air for the kickoff show. So one of the fans, because we do it in the middle, that's the middle of the audience pretty much. And one of the fans is just yelling down, Sammy, do it for the chipper. And Renee is just like, what's the chipper? It's like,
Yeah, like she don't know. She's full of sugar.
It's character the gym does.
She knows.
She doesn't.
Yeah, she does. How about some cake for the chipper? How much are they going to pay me for mentioning me on TV?
Yeah, they didn't mention you.
Where's
on TV.
my money?
It was off the
How
air.
about some cake for the chipper?
Just spit over the word cake and said Tate.
No, I said cake. How about some cake for the chipper?
Yeah, you're not getting any. Nobody mentioned your name on television.
The wrestler mentioned my name. I want some cake for the chipper.
I was backstage. Oh, you just spit all over the console.
He's ruining your microphone.
I know he is.
You better clean that off. Get some Lysol.
Yeah, it was.
my mic.
Oh, it is? You just
Yeah, I
switched
usually took my mic. I got my own mic.
Okay, good.
They, yeah, no, that was off the air. That he offered me some cake for the chipper. Oh. But it was, yeah, no, it was very fun.
Did you ask Jericho to unblock you?
He did unblock me already.
Good.
He's already unblocked me, and I mentioned that on the pre-show too. They asked who, because Seth Rollins and Chris Jericho were wrestling, and they asked me for my prediction, and I said it's not just because he blocked me and then unblocked me. I predict Chris Jericho, so I got
Who
it.
won?
Seth Rollins won.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you didn't. And Brian Kendrick is a big wrestler?
Yeah, he's big in the cruiserweight division.
Cruiser.
That's cool.
It's a cruiser.
You just like that word?
The cruiser. The guys at my car club call me the cruiser.
I should have called him a dork.
Denny really is a cruiser.
Denny certainly. Well,
He
did a
doesn't
gay
mind
wedding.
going cruising.
Denny did a gay wedding.
Is that what the gig was?
He did a gay wedding.
Yeah.
that
I
must have
had
been-
three weddings.
Yeah.
Kind of
On
sandwiched
Saturday?
in, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Oh, and what day was the gay wedding?
Saturday.
Denny had to talk to one of the guys.
If I want my prick gold, I'll do it myself.
And I want to take one phone call. It's kind of fun going to the phones. I've never done it before.
Isn't it that now you see how addicting it is over there?
Yeah, but I'm pretty good at it. I did it the first time right. Let's go to Matt. What's up, Matt? Sam, is it always this small?
Yeah.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
You know how I can tell you're good at it? Because as soon as I walked in, I was trying to start a point, and you actually stopped me because you needed some time to hang up on the caller.
Well, yeah, but it's my first time.
It is.
But I immediately hung up.
I feel like we're still holding on the back of the bike seat right now, and eventually we're just going to let it go, and you're not even going to know you're doing it by yourself.
That's exactly what it is. I mean, but I think for first time riding the bike in 18 years or 15 years, I'm riding it pretty well.
That's right.
Could it be worse?
Yeah.
Hello. Trap dog. Who's on the phone? Hey, what's up, buddy? Hello.
Hey Jimmy, how do you like being in the captain's seat?
It just feels natural. That's fine, dude. But I should be able to do it. Like, I didn't want to start because I didn't think Sam was going to be in this early. But it's almost like, you know, we're partners in a show, and he shouldn't. If we're doing it, I should be able to do what. It's like we should be able to. I shouldn't be incompetent where I can't sit here and do the show. It's fucking pathetic if I can't.
Right,
That's
Dennis?
fine.
Well, of course, because you could be out another time, and Jim's got to, you know.
Right, who knows? Maybe next time it won't be Pittsburgh. Maybe it'll be a little further away. I'll get home a little later. You don't know.
The bottom line is I have a decent amount of days off, but I don't take days off unless I'm working.
Right.
And Sam's like, hey, man, if you want to, you know, should we do a show Monday? I'm like, yeah, I got it. Because he's got to be able to go do his gigs, too, without worrying that there's not going to be a show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to be able to go out and do your wrestling stuff, too.
Yeah.
If I can go away and do my stand-up. Oh, yes, sir. What's up?
Hey, I was wondering if you could give me some advice.
Probably not, but let's see if I can give it a shot.
So, to give a little context, I work at
We got a little breakfast, by the way. Oh, Falcone is taking advantage of the guest policy
And
here.
he should. It's on me.
Thank you.
It's on me.
Thank you.
Now you got to just brush the sick baby vomit off the top. It's just on the wrapper, though,
Yeah.
so you'll be fine.
He doesn't really care for doing... Okay, sorry, sweetie. By the way, Derek's girlfriend, very attractive.
Oh, I know.
Very
I've
attractive.
seen photos. Have an ID bag.
Yeah, he shows them, too.
He shows them.
He sure
You
does.
don't mind.
Go ahead, buddy. Sorry. What's your point?
Okay, sorry. To give you guys a little context, so I work at a water treatment plant.
What kind of water treatment plant?
Yeah. And we have a Christmas party coming up. And there's this guy that he now works below me, but he used to be kind of in charge of me. He used to actually oversee the entire, I guess you could call it a channel that we draw from. And he used to like tell people that he would kind of say that I bullied him out of his position when I'm not around, and he would also like tell me that I shouldn't be. He would try to stop me from making jokes and whatnot, and just kind of make work suck. And I'm afraid
I think we
do that.
I don't think this guy's telling the full truth about his position. I think it might be masked. I think there might be some double entendre and innuendo being used here.
All right. Well, let's just say this, sir. My only advice could be, fuck him. Are you enjoying the Sam and Jim show?
Yeah, the Jim and Sam show is great. I wake up every morning.
It is technically here. I like that Jim sits in the captain's seat and accidentally puts my name first.
Oh, it's just our show. I mean, there's nothing to it. I'm just saying, are you enjoying our program?
Right.
Do you think he's being a little modest?
No, I wasn't.
No,
actually.
I think it's just, I mean, we both are equal, so I think both of us we don't really think about it.
I really don't, and I wasn't being modest. I just said Sam and Jim because I looked at Sam.
I think you guys should alternate chairs maybe every other day or every couple of days.
It's fine with me either way. It's weird. I'll tell you what's weird about doing it this. Because the buttons are pretty easy to push and everything. It's just,
really not.
It honestly is just the view you have is a little bit different. It's just, that's all it is. It's a bizarre...
It makes you feel like you should be ringmastering a little bit.
In a way, but in a way, it's still fun just going back and forth. But I do understand that when... thank you for the call, man. We're going to take a break because my food is here. All right? Thank you very much, Matt. I appreciate you listening.
Thanks, buddy.
Okay, pal. Hold on. Hit the X. Oh! Gets it right. Oh!
Boom.
Oh, hold on. Let me reward myself.
This guy's a riot.
Oh, so
all those buttons over there.
Don't interrupt me, cunt!
You're right. You're right. You look like Cousin Brucey over there now with all the buttons.
Where did cheese go? I don't know.
Cool.
Were you guys talking about Dennis's behavior at the Christmas party before I came in? Is that
boy,
where
I mentioned it, yeah.
Let me tell you something.
You were there.
I remember.
You got the scoop.
I remember because you have tried to downplay your behavior every day since that party.
I haven't been allowed to any other holiday gatherings.
I wouldn't allow you.
I mean, he got loaded. He got loaded.
He got all fucked up. He was okay. You know how publicists, you're not supposed to fuck with.
Sure.
When a guest comes in with a publicist, a Sirius XM publicist. One that works here. Dennis was following her around, getting in her face and going, "Give us a kiss."
Really?
Yeah.
Good for you.
It was fun.
Did he get mad?
It was fun.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
This guy's a riot.
Yeah.
So what you don't want to say who it is. Tell me off the air, though. A couple of them are fucking hot. A couple of the people that bring people around.
Do you want me to say who it is?
Why not?
I don't remember.
Carolina.
Was it Carolina?
Yeah, it was definitely
Carolina.
Carolina's, she's obviously Hispanic chick that works upstairs.
I don't even know. Do I know her?
I don't know if you know her or not. I don't know, but I know.
I'm sure if you saw her, you know who she was.
I know Dennis knows her.
Right.
He wants to kiss those lips of hers.
Yeah.
And then you know Lauren, who works down the hall, the blonde.
I do.
Yeah. You know what he did for her?
No.
He said, pull that skirt up and say...
No, I didn't say pull it. I said
honey.
just jump.
Hey,
jump
honey.
up on that machine.
Yeah, he goes, wait, that's what you said. He goes, hey, honey, why don't you jump up there and sit on the copy machine?
Done. That's it. Right.
Yeah, but you know what the implication
Exactly.
is. Copy in the ass cheeks.
No, I
But I
think
didn't
you
say
wanted
that.
more. Say it. It's okay to say. You wanted a cunt pick.
No. Well, there's Sammy and I hanging
That's
out.
what you were looking for?
No, of course not.
We really did. He thought himself Don Draper.
yes, but that's if his first name is Donned.
You get that one? Throw the D from the last name on the first.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Someone's pop locking. All right. Travis, comment. Were you there that time?
I was not.
Why?
Because
Why do you do any fun shit?
this is at like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm gone by then.
Sammy was there.
Sam has his show at night.
No, this was years ago before Sam. He was still just.
You're still an afternoon guy.
No, he was still working on the O&E show.
That was my gig
This
too.
was-
Go and fucking snitch on people. You know, I had to be around for when it was time. Like if I knew you were going to the party, I knew I would have to come on the air and snitch on you.
Yeah, Sam wasn't there for cupcakes.
No,
I'm
so all
not.
the
Yeah.
cupcakes back there.
Yeah, I see them.
I took a couple home.
Of course you did.
Wait, when?
Yeah, you were trying to
When? After the
score some
party.
of the cupcakes at the party. These aren't the only cupcakes I'm looking for, honey.
I cut some gassers today. I had frozen yogurt last night.
Were you treating yourself after a successful weekend?
I did. I treated a couple of treats.
Oh yeah. Did you have your pizza?
We talked about it already. Yeah, only one slice.
You did talk
only
about
one
it.
slice. Then I went to the Comedy Cellar and had some wings. That was it.
Sam, you should have seen how quickly he had that slice of pizza. It was immediately after his set.
Oh, did you go with him?
No, but he walked backstage to meet all of us with the crust in his hand.
You didn't even wait until you left the building?
No, I regret not doing that because maybe I'll get a slice this week.
You should.
You should.
I wanted Joe's
Two
Pizza on
slices.
6th Avenue, and they were really nice. They went and got some for the crew and for me, but so when I came off, it was there. But, it's been sitting there for a little while, so it was kind of cold. So I had one slice with pepperoni. It was great. But what I want to do this week is I didn't get to see Colin. I want to take me and Colin, because I always food binge with stupid Colin. I want to go with Colin and get a slice.
Yeah, you got to have
pizza.
a nice hot slice.
That's what I want to do.
Food binge with Colin Quinn. We're going to have a slice
That's
of
what I want to
pizza.
do. Yeah, it's girlish, but that's
Maybe
what I
a
want to do.
soft drink.
I want to go with my aging friend.
What a binge.
And I want to have a nice piece of pizza with Colin.
It's nice that you guys are still wild at this age.
And let me ask you, is there anybody out there that wouldn't want to have a slice of pizza with Colin Quinn? No.
Oh, my God. No, you're right.
Who wouldn't?
You're right. Especially after we watched the way he handles beverages on the Anthony Cumia show, just hoping that he'd spill over his Diet Coke again.
He's so fucking enraging to watch eat pizza. Bob Kelly talks about it. Colin eats the pizza and then keeps his crust there and then goes back and finishes like all the crust after. He's the worst.
Like it's two separate
It's like
treats.
watching a weird bird animal eat pizza. Danny, comment? You want to come for pizza with us?
Sure, I'll come.
I'd love to have
I
you
like
along.
the white pizza.
Of course you do. We talked about it earlier.
Yes.
He's
Yeah.
a fucking an alt-writer.
Thin one.
He is, right?
Well, I like the grandma
White
pizza.
and thin, and he winks when he says that.
You like the grandma pizza? Just the sauce and
I just get
mozzarella cheese on it?
You don't like that dark crust, right?
I don't
Should
like
be in a different area.
I don't like the thick pizza. I don't like the Sicilian pizza. It's too much.
Of course you
dough.
don't like Sicilian because the Moors got in there. I understand. I'm not saying, Denny.
Oh,
Wink.
yeah. That contaminated Sicilian.
Yeah, Denny doesn't go for that shit.
The way we made it in Italy, those nice white pies. That's the original pizza,
Absolutely.
right?
I
Blonde
like
hair,
it.
blue
Yeah,
eyes.
it's just nice and thin, so you could eat more than just one.
Oh, that's right. Danny
Put a
doesn't
little
mind.
hot sauce on there.
That's what you're looking for more than just one at the Christmas party a couple years ago.
Yeah, it's a long time ago. What
Do we
is
give any gifts to the crew, by the way? Do we give any gifts to the staff?
Not yet.
Are we going to? We should, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, cool. I was going to talk to you about that. Not on the air, but off air. But just,
Yeah.
I had to.
White Elephant Party on Wednesday?
Secret Santa?
Well, he's in the afternoon now, but I mean, we could have him come down if he wants to.
I wasn't
Oh, sorry.
talking about a producer.
Oh, sorry.
I wasn't. That's not what I was talking
Oh,
about.
I apologize.
No,
I made
it's just a
mistake. I'm sorry.
miscommunication.
My fault. I apologize. Love the garlic butter.
So
Sorry.
what'd you do? What'd you do yesterday? Like, what'd you do to come down off your high of like, oh, I did it?
Yesterday was a boring day, man. I got up at 11 a.m., went for my normal breakfast from, which is just my fucking normal, egg whites, a little bit of fruit, went back to the house. Didn't do much. I just relaxed all day. I talked to the guy about the guy who did the animation of us.
Mm-hmm.
About maybe having him do a little something for Chip.
That's cool.
I went over a lot of Chip video because my goal after this was done. I have moved. My tour is finished. The special has been taped. Tremendous amount of pressure is off. I have to edit now, but that's the next goal is the Chip animation. That's the next goal is to get that done, and that's my next project, like to really do it.
Isn't that amazing that like it's something that you really enjoy doing and like something that you're looking forward to and it's exciting and it's a high, but at the same time there's so much pressure with it that you just want it to be over. Like that's what I was doing.
Yeah.
When I was doing the show last night, like literally as I was doing the show, when we go to a cutaway for like a segment or a pre-tape video or there was a match or whatever, I'd be sitting there like, okay, especially because I hadn't messed up yet, really.
Right.
Like I was like, I don't want it to be over, but I just want to be done with it.
You want to have a finished product. Like,
right.
When I went to the cellar afterwards, and what happens is when you're done doing something like that, you feel like, oh, and Esty said to me, like, are you not happy with it, or are you just happy? You have that letdown after it's done, right? She's like, I can see it on your face. I'm like, yeah, it's a tremendous, not letdown. Like
it's not like a low
bad.
It's more like a weight off. Like I pulled it off,
but it's not satisfying because this thing you've been working towards is now done, and now you have nothing to look forward to. Like I was really looking forward to taping this. and it had been pushed back a couple of times because I'll tell you what happened. The guy working for the network, who was a tremendous supporter of mine, they were doing a turnover, and he was coming in from another place, so he had to get certain things straightened out coming from somewhere else.
Right.
Had nothing to do with me. It was his working situation. So we had to keep pushing it back until he was in charge and could figure out the scheduling, and it was going to get done, and we knew it was going to get done. So once it's done, you feel like fuck. It's a weight off, but you're also like, now what? And I had a long time ago, before we break off, I had said this, the chip animation was supposed to be, okay, I had all these episodes written, I had 4 episodes written, I was just going to do it and then redo it. But when people criticized it and they had some smart things to say about why they didn't like it, like fans, not people who were just bashing it, but fans, I'm like, this didn't capture this character the way they wanted it to, so now what do I do? So I had to, it's like I had to rethink the whole thing.
And now that I know Brian Kendrick is a fan of Chip, I have to insist that this is done properly.
It will be done properly, or at least I'll put out a couple of ideas and see if people like them, and then I'll try another idea and see if people like it, if it captures what they want. But now I can put energy into it, and I really want to do it right. Not $1 has been spent. I keep going back to this because people once in a while are like, where's the? But that's why.
Right.
So I haven't spent any of your money. So
maybe we need a focus group on this. So people could.
No, focus groups wreck everything. But not going with a focus group doesn't mean that you can't listen when people say something is legitimately needs to be fixed. Anyway, Sam is back. Denny is here. He is co-hosting with us for the day.
Yes.
Doing a bang-up job so far.
He's fabulous.
I'm going to say, we'll go to the phones if you want to talk. Sam had a very successful debut doing the WWE, what's it called? The road?
This was the Roadblock End of the Line Kickoff Show.
Roadblock End of the Line Kickoff Show.
It's so funny when you have to get, like, verbiage. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, it's somebody else's brand, and it was Roadblock End of the Line Kickoff Show.
Verbiage.
Not Roadblock, not like pre-show. Roadblock End of the Line Kickoff Show.
Verbiage, you might as well scratch it. My fucking verb is itchy.
Now niche.
I will also be. Anybody wants to catch the last show on this tour, New Year's Eve, Mouthful of Shame tour, Tarrytown Music Hall. Hopefully, I can get to see Sam and Jess and the whole gang.
Oh yeah.
Maybe we'll do something fun for New Year's Eve. Take it in, the 3 of us.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, we'll do the comedy show and stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. I guess we'll be back. Oh, we have Asa Akira coming in. Who is that how you say it? I don't know if it was Asa or Asa. She was used to do David Cho's podcast. I did it with her like 3 years ago.
Now she's doing Barstool.
She's doing Barstool. She's awesome, and I'm really, really happy she's coming in today.
Yeah,
and she's very funny, and she's really good broadcaster. So we'll be back shortly, but we're gonna take a second because I don't know how to hit the buttons. Adrian, show me how to hit the buttons. Wait a minute. What do I just tell me? Don't show me. Teach a man to fish. He can catch his own fish.
Jim, you want to know a big secret here? And I want to make it seem like I'm more impressive than I am.
You couldn't.
Travis hits the button, not me.
Hold on, which buttons do I hit to turn these mics off so I'm happy, so I can bash certain other people that work for this company?
Okay, that's pretty clear.
Wait, this one? Hold on, this one?
Sam's off? No, I'm not. Yeah. No, so bad. Jim's button pusher got a taste of something over there.
He just got a mouthful of eggs and fucking last night's frozen yogurt. Sorry, was it bad? It was very bad. Oh, did I rip one and fucking knowing Adrian was going to have to come over and hit buttons. I like being helped.
Jim is sitting in the console chair today. Because I was late coming in because I was in Pittsburgh last night, but Jim he's not a master of the buttons just yet. He's getting there.
Yeah, well, it's not, it's just, you gotta know what to hit and what not to hit, and that's it.
But that means Adrian has to come over and help him with some of the buttons.
Did you hear my fart?
I've heard it, but I didn't have to go over and live in it.
Danny, did you get any before?
Yeah. Get the wind as it went by.
Was it bad?
Whiff. Yeah, it was bad.
Danny walks back in here.
I don't know anybody who has said, yeah, it's good.
He left to
get another one.
He left to get a fork and knife and a plate because he's got to cut his omelet.
No, it's cut already.
Well, then why'd you get a fork and a knife?
I didn't know it was cut.
Oh, I see.
Oh, you didn't. You thought it was uncut, and then you found out it was cut, and you were happy. Do you prefer it when it's uncut or cut? Yeah, Danny's got a mouthful of cut.
Mouthful,
So, Danny, let me ask you: when was the last time you cried? We were talking about Danny
We were
crying.
talking about this before.
I know, but we didn't finish it
because Danny is not emotionally in touch with himself.
But I'm surprised because we tease Danny, but he's a pretty emotionally sturdy guy.
Right. Except for I only know one thing that bothers him.
Yeah. What was that?
The self-suck stuff.
He hated
He
that.
doesn't like that.
No, he didn't go
We don't talk about that anymore.
No, we don't.
So
No,
what?
we don't.
When's the last time you really wept?
I don't know. Could you recall the list? You said
It's
I
probably
can't.
recently though. But then you're a guy like Anthony. Anthony will say, Anthony says weird shit. Like you're like, yeah, I'll be there, but then he doesn't come. But then he'll do things like he said the last time he cried was when his dad died. And now I'm amazed that a guy's gone 20 years without crying.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? Like just able to wall things off and not get, affected by them.
Yeah, I've gotten when I was watching that movie Room with Brie Larson, I had a couple of good cries throughout that movie, and I don't cry during movies.
Yeah, what a queer. Why?
I know. I'd never cried during movies. But
Why,
it
are
was
you jealous? Do you wish you could be locked in a room with a kid?
Well, no, I liked what the guy who owned the room was doing to her every night. I was like, lucky girl. But I normally don't cry during movies. I cried during like the happy parts.
Ew. What a
Of that
crud.
movie, and I've never,
What a crud.
never done that.
What part of the happy part did you cry? When William H. Macy wouldn't talk to her?
That's not a happy part.
Oh.
When the kid gets a dog, right? When the kid is escaped and he gets a dog, I was like, oh my god, he got a dog. I started crying. I couldn't control myself.
Why? What kind of dog did he get?
I don't know. He just really wanted a dog because he didn't know they were real because he read it in a book.
Oh, he thought they were fake?
Yeah. And then because he didn't know anything outside
Yeah,
the
but then he
world
got
of
the dog
room.
and he hurt it. Didn't he hurt it with a rock?
No, I don't think that
Oh,
happened.
different room. I'm sorry. Am I messing
That's
it up?
mice and men.
It's a different room altogether.
Funny.
Oh, you know what made me? I'll tell you what made me cry. It's probably about 2 years ago now. It was a BuzzFeed post.
Oh.
And
I know exactly what you're going to say.
the dog.
Yep.
Yeah. Did this get you too?
It got me close.
What
Like, I
dog?
was literally
I
like-
didn't see the dog. She just left. Hey, Chris, fuck off.
I was sobbing. Like I was like, I had a real cry.
All right, let me see the post. Hold on. Can we do this?
Yeah.
Can you somehow tell Adrian the post and I could see it and see if it affects me at all?
Yeah, you talk
I
to-
won't fake it. I'll be honest.
I just look it up and you talk to Denny.
Okay. So, Denny, what are you eating on your omelet?
I'm eating an egg white. It looks like turkey and avocado.
Now, what would you like for Christmas? What do you want for this? What do you want for this holiday?
I'd like world peace for Christmas. What do I want for
Yeah,
Christmas?
for real. What do you want?
That's kind of a tough question. I mean, I'm happy, in my life. I have a good career. I have good friends. I have a good family life. I'm here to be part of the Jim and Sam show. What else do I need?
Okay.
Now we're going to watch this post.
Let's
here?
see what this video. This is a post.
Okay.
It's a post. It's not a video. I can't even
You
look
have to
at
watch it. You have to,
Dude, I
Come on,
can't.
we have to.
It's not, yeah.
We have to watch it together. I
It's
don't
not
know.
a video.
Are you
Roberts.
a dog person?
Yeah, who isn't?
Did you grow up with dogs?
No, but I have cats. I love animals. I
It's
love
different.
animals. My only act of bravery in my life was saving a cat. Let me see. This is a dog.
But
I died today. By Duke Roberts. Oh, good. I wish they spelled Sam wrong. I wish. That almost made me so hopeful.
It's a picture of a dog, and it looks like he's only got
Where's
3.
his stupid leg?
Got 3 legs.
Oh, great.
But you see, he's got the plate full of hamburgers and cheeseburgers in front of him. Which
Yeah,
is
exactly. Probably stole them and they cut his leg off. He's part of a cartel. Do you want me to read this?
Already, like that photo is making me really upset because it's obvious that they know they're going to put him to sleep. So they're giving him all these cheeseburgers so he can have a great last day.
Oh, cool. Let me see. Go back.
Putting a dog to sleep
And I
is
ate
really
a lot of
rough.
hamburgers. We had a party and I laughed. All right, he's got 3 legs. This lady's standing there.
He's so loved.
Nice shiny coat. Of course he is. And I thought about how much I'm going to miss it here.
Fuck.
Now you read it, Sam. The next one.
Oh, and it says we told jokes and all the families around him.
What kind of joke does a dog like? 2 cats walk into a bar. They own it. Hey, you hear what happened? You have a Polish cat, a black cat, and a white cat. What happened? All 3 cats were killed. The dog's laughing. Hey, you want to hear a joke? 2 Jews walk into a bar. What happened? They sniffed each other's crotches. Hi-yo!
Just
What
dog
kind of-
material.
Dog material. Dog material. Oh my God, I feel like I died and went to peanut butter. Hi! What are some dog jokes? It's fucking hot as cunt in here. Can you turn that down? I mean sexually when you walked in. Okay. Okay, so we told jokes. Can we go back down a little bit more?
It says we told jokes.
Yeah, more?
Yeah.
Sam?
We were serious.
And then it said,
Yeah.
if Denny's already going to read it for
Sam's
me.
gonna-
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's
Sam.
okay. You eat your omelet.
It says we were serious, and the dog is just kind of looking.
XM. It's a picture of it's the serious dog.
The dog was like, "You can't be serious."
Okay, we were serious.
XM.
Now what?
And then it says, my friend from next door came to see me. They're twins. When someone offered them one of my hamburgers, one said, "No, thank you. I don't want to take any from Dookie." Ew.
Yeah, that's terrible. And the two kids are lying on top of each other. They don't want to take any from Dookie. I stepped in Dookie once. I hated it. Go ahead.
Some of them are easy ones. Kristen came to see me. She's a hoot. She's my groomer and my buddy.
My groomer. She helps him get children. Oh no, she's a helpful pedo.
Not having the same effect on you as it did the other time, right?
It's just such a loved dog with like this whole.
I love dogs.
Yeah, exactly. Eating everybody's burgers.
Why don't you make the window smaller so we can
Dog's
see
a
it without
cock.
scrolling it?
Three-legged burden. Yeah, have a burger. All right, what else?
While we were waiting for the vet to come.
Ew. They want some guy from Vietnam to blow a load.
Lieutenant Dan is just masturbating.
Yeah, exactly, with his no legs. Hold on. Go ahead.
Lieutenant Diane.
I lost my 2 legs, but I still got my 3rd.
Yeah, she got my 1 leg. She smelled like hamburgers. Go ahead, sweetie.
While we were waiting for the vet to come, Kristen said we were going for a walk. Then someone said, "How about a play in the water at the splash park down the street?" So off we went.
Okay, so there's a picture of them in
They're
a car.
taking them to like have like a fun day.
Sure.
And then it's a photo of the girl and the dog, and they're talking to each other, and the quote says, "I'm going to miss you, right?
Yeah, and the dog looks all happy.
And you too, right?" Oh, and the dog's looking at the camera when he says, "And you too, right?"
Yes.
And then he says, "I need you to help me watch over my family. Did you hear me? This is all I want." And now the dog's like, yelling. It's kind of being cute or whatever. So we got wet today. And then the groomer and the family's there, and they're at the water park, and the dog is just loving
Yeah,
it.
just dragging this 1-legged hunk of shit under the rainbow. 3-legged, whatever it is.
It says we smile today, and the dog's having a really good day.
Yeah, good.
We felt grateful today. I don't know if dogs can feel grateful.
They can't.
We broke the rules today.
Your dog's licking her pussy. Okay, go ahead.
It says I listened to the kids play off in the distance.
Yay! Tugged your pecker, I bet.
And thought about my 2 babies at home. I loved protecting them. It's in past tense.
Yeah.
I can't let.
What? They're in the park. What happened?
It says I relaxed today.
That's nice to relax. What is she doing?
She's putting the drugs in the needle that you inject into a dog. So first it goes to sleep, and then you can put the other drugs in it to stop its heart.
Oh.
Maybe it just has an allergy.
Go ahead.
Because I get allergy shots like that.
Yeah, I wish you'd get allergy shots like that.
Okay, so what happened? They put it to sleep. Let's go to the next one. There's a picture of the lady.
I felt no pain even though the tumor grew so big. It's like Dennis being on this show. Oh, and the dog is just falling asleep. I felt loved today.
Aw.
I said goodbye to my beautiful friend Kira.
By the way, Kira's the one writing that, so she had to put in that little fucking thing for herself.
Yeah.
I said goodbye to my big-titted hot friend Kira.
She saw me standing over everybody before the doctor said it was time. I was excited and jumping and happy. Oh, and then she's giving the dog a kiss. Well, I didn't say goodbye. I said till we meet again. God, I was lucky. Our time was short, but you both gave me a second chance. It's getting you, Adrian?
Love it.
Isn't it crazy that it gets you even with fucking Norton's like
Him fucking around.
Yeah, it's still like
Dude, everybody likes fucking.
I know because
Everybody likes fucking dogs. You can say that again.
It says, but you both gave me a second chance and we lived it up together. You love when I look at you and I'll never stop.
No, you didn't read. You read that too fast.
I read it fine.
No, you didn't. That's not right. Go back a little bit.
That's what it
Jesus.
says.
But you ran through it. I couldn't even hear you. I'm busy.
Dennis, by the way, has the same fucking goofy 70s schlock jock smile on his face.
Yeah, what'd you say?
Just remains unaffected.
Yeah.
It says, God, I was lucky. Our time was short, but you both gave me a second chance, and we lived it up together. You love when I look at you. I'll never stop.
Oh. Thank you, Sam.
That's not what I'm saying to you.
That was nice.
Always Dookie, and there's his paw. I hate that.
Why do you hate his paw? Because you know that there's not one on the other side?
You've never put a dog to sleep.
Sure I have. I've talked to it. I got bored. Fucking, let me see his adoption video. They got Dookie adopted 3 years ago. They can only make him last 3 years?
It's an old dog.
Careless owners. Oh, you looking at Dookie? That's great. They name him after shit.
By the way,
it's great. Our dog's Turd and Dookie. And Log. Our cat's name is Log.
This is a little much. This music video.
Yeah, turn it off.
It's like, okay,
enough
relax.
with Dookie. Wait, see, he's only got 4 legs there, and then he's got 3. They took one of his legs off because he probably fucking barked. They beat him with his own leg.
No, because he had the tumor.
No, I think Jim's right.
No, it was disciplinary.
Okay. Yeah.
Dookie.
No, that's nice. You adopt Dookie, you take one of his legs off, you hit him with it.
Yeah.
Laugh.
Maybe they were Green Day fans.
That made you cry?
After the Dookie album.
Yeah, no, that made me cry. And then I cried. It was probably, I think it was more recently when we put my last dog to sleep.
Well, your dog, I can understand.
Yeah.
Asa Akira's here, by the way, Asa. So why'd you put your dog to sleep? Just getting annoying, or?
He was old, and he couldn't see or hear anymore at all.
Okay.
And so, like, his quality of life was for shit. It was just terrible.
Put her there, please. Yeah, it's easier just to...
Yeah, his quality of life was terrible.
No good.
And like, at some point, that's the worst part. Like, at some point, like, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm an advocate for putting Travis's dog to sleep. Is because his quality of life is just terrible. Like,
absolutely.
Should have put him to sleep a long time ago, right over there.
How dare you?
Yeah, no, I think it's a good idea. I think old Dexter is about time you get a whole bunch of cheeseburgers.
I absolutely think so too. But why even pay all that? Just cheeseburgers and a fucking hammer on his head. Crash his head.
How old's your dog?
He's 2. Oh. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Adrian, you got to hit the button. Jim doesn't know how to hit the button.
Hold on, which one is it? Hold on.
Tell
me which one it is.
Jim's in the captain's chair for the first time today.
Yes.
So he's not familiar with all the buttons.
Congratulations.
Yeah, no, it's an exciting day for you to be
and
here.
I heard you got a new gig. Congratulations on that.
Oh, thank you so much.
Do you say it Asa or Asa?
Asa.
It is Asa. Okay. What's good?
Well,
to
you
see
have a
again.
new gig too.
I do.
You're on KFC Radio now.
I am on KFC Radio, and I'm a full-time employee at Barstool Sports.
That's
and
amazing.
It's my first real job ever.
Yeah.
I'm 32. I've been doing, like sex work for my entire adult life. So
Do you still do it, or did you stop?
I am still doing it. I only shoot for Wicked Pictures now, and I shoot 1 movie a month.
Are they condom only Wicked Pictures?
They are.
Yeah, there was one of the companies that were doing condom only. Were you happy about that, or are you like,
No. We've been condom only since like the beginning of time.
And you prefer that?
I'm happy to be with Wicked, and I am totally, happy to be condom only. I don't think it should be mandatory, like, as, for the industry as a whole or anything.
That's just their policy.
Yeah.
It's weird how people get into broadcasting, because Dennis also, before he got into radio, was in sex work, but his work is only on the deep web.
Absolutely.
Like, you can't find it
and he
in any mainstream sources.
And they tried to go condom only, but Dennis is like, no, it bothers his rectum. I'm just teasing you, Dennis.
Okay. You remember when you said that, Dennis?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I mean, that's definitely, I think condoms in the rectum are definitely something you get used to.
You do, right?
Yeah.
See, Dennis, we don't.
How long does it take to get yours out of there, Sam?
There's a whole bunch of them up
Fucking
there. Yeah, they just get stuck.
We just, by the way, before you came in, we were talking, because Dennis is emotionally, he died in 1971, emotionally. He doesn't cry. I'm a blubbering idiot with movies, and Sam cries at dog videos. Are you a crier or not?
I'm
like
with
dogs,
Sam.
like the dog's last day, dogs getting put to sleep, all that stuff
Anything
kills
with
me.
dogs,
kills me.
I will cry. Any commercial with dogs, I will cry. I cried the other day at a Barbie commercial. I cry a lot.
Why a Barbie commercial?
You saw the black one. You didn't like it, right? Me neither. Sin.
No, it was one of those commercials where it was very like, when little girls play with Barbies, they think about their dreams or something like that. And I was just like,
of animals.
Right, exactly. You put a dog in a movie, it's going to be the lifespan of the dog.
Of animals.
Right, exactly. You put a dog in a movie, it's going to be the lifespan of the dog. Yeah.
Yeah, black people always get killed in films first.
True.
That's what
That
they
is
do.
a fact.
So,
Yeah, they do.
okay, so did you...
That's why Dennis is such a movie buff. He loves them.
He sure is. Okay, so did you...
That's why Dennis is such a movie buff. He loves them.
He sure is. Dennis is a far right-winger, but he's a good...
I wrote a book last year, and then I went on and I had been looking, I used to do DVD ASA, which you were on, Jim.
Yes.
And that ended, and I really wanted to do another show, something. So it came along at the perfect time, and I just got really, really lucky.
Why did it, with David's show was the you could put the heat on just a little bit, it's a little chilly in here. With David, you guys did a very fun podcast. It was honest, it was really good. What happened to it?
Podcast you'd like for income to be coming in via the
it would
podcast.
be nice. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was basically like my social life for 2 years, and then it was. But yeah, it's cool. So I'm 2 weeks out of the month. I'm in New York now
With another guy, and their dicks are just almost touching, and they're both functioning fine.
Yeah. Wow. He's European, so I don't think he's definitely not gay, but he's comfortable. You know?
I don't even mean in a homoerotic or homophobic way. I just mean simply the pressure of people watching you. Fuck, you got to keep your dick hard while the other guy's fucking. It's so much.
Well, he's been doing it for 22 years now.
Oh. Wow.
So I would say he's like used to it.
Does he take pills?
Yeah, everyone in porn.
They do, right? How about Caverjet?
I know. I personally know maybe like 4 or 5 guys that do that. It's for quadriplegics. It's an injection that goes in the base of your penis. And like Viagra is like, it'll help you.
Right.
But you have to be horny still, Right. Like it helps you get hard. But Caverjet is like, you don't have to be horny at all. It's an insta boner.
Is it Ject or Jet?
I imagined it to be Caverjet.
You might be, you're probably right. Yes.
But I've never seen it in written form.
Caverjet, you're correct.
Okay.
Which hole was your husband in when you realized you were falling for him?
Probably the vagina.
Oh, that's I thought
don't
so.
know. You thought
that's just cuter, like, you know what I mean?
Sounded like a bottle of wine.
know.
We'll have some Caverjet, please.
I'll bet you
It
will.
does.
For the lady.
It sounds fancy and expensive
or
too.
cheese.
Can't you fuck your dick up with that stuff though? That's that freaks me out. I'll take Cialis, but the fucking
injections into it. Yeah,
nah, it's bad
well,
stuff.
I think you become like reliant on it, and I think you reach a certain point where you can't get hard without it. It's also really dangerous because like I know guys who've broken their dicks on it
because you don't feel it
so hard, and you don't feel it, and the girl will just be riding you so hard, and we feel pain for a reason, right?
Right.
Yeah. So I think it's just. Yeah,
or the blood won't go back down through it. Like you can
that
get
happens
your dick gets
too.
black, like or purple, because the blood they have to drain your cock.
It.
That's really
Crazy.
freaking me out. But I guess everyone uses the pills now.
Yeah, pretty much everyone.
A lot of people, and I always wonder, like, from your perspective, Dennis Falcone here has only had sex with one woman. Did you know that?
Your whole life?
Yep.
I actually didn't know that.
Are you married?
Yeah, that's right.
Yes. Yes.
I find that to be pretty romantic.
Yes.
Is it?
But also, aren't you so curious?
No, not really.
Isn't she so curious?
Yes.
That's what it is. Were you high school sweethearts? Or?
No, we just met when we were in college.
Okay.
But like,
I didn't know that.
For you, I don't think it's as bad because kind of like
we're old too.
A pussy's a pussy's a pussy, right?
not really.
No.
And it was just it was a different time. Like we didn't go away together on vacation before we were married.
You didn't?
No, I'd be watching TV over her house at till 11 o'clock. Her dad
Netflix
would,
and chill?
No, not back then. And her dad would come down and say, "All right, getting late, isn't it?"
You're like, okay.
And you have to go home.
So were you married before you had sex with each other, or were you like already in like a real relationship?
No, we had sex before we were married.
Before married,
Dang,
but you were already committed.
Yeah, I was crazy.
my God.
Yeah. Dennis doesn't play games. He's fucking cock slinging all over the campus.
Man,
but
I didn't know we were going to go here.
She talked me into it. I was like, "Whoa, wait."
She
a second
did, right?
here.
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't want to?
No, I didn't. She said, "We're going out for a couple of years now." I said, "Okay."
Couple of years?
Yeah, it was 2 years.
Oh my God.
What, did you get hand jobs?
What's that? We took care of each other. Yeah.
Okay, so there was up to third base.
Yeah.
Well, maybe oral. Is oral count?
Well, sloppy third. I
A
think.
sloppy third?
Yeah.
I feel
okay, oral is sliding into third head first.
Oversliding the bag.
Oversliding the bag, getting dirt in your mouth.
Tagged out, yeah.
But like, I think for you, it's not as like. I really do think. At the end of the day, like I feel like pussies. How different can we be?
No, it's
They're
fun when
different.
it's
I
new.
think they're
Getting
different.
fucked by a dude is such a different experience, guy to guy.
Is it really?
So she must
Yeah, but-
be like so curious.
Like most men have this thing, this conquering thing, and you don't conquer one and you're done. You know what if you conquer?
oh, you want to conquer multiple?
Exactly.
Is
Exactly.
that-
That's the psychology I think behind everything. Conquering.
It's almost like you have to either fuck only one for your whole life,
Right.
or 100.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
You kind of don't want to be anything in between.
Right.
So you're only not 99 away from that 100, right, Sam?
No. Dennis is also. No matter how many times I tell him it's not true, he's 100% convinced that I've also only had sex with one woman.
No, he's fucked a couple of different girls, but not many.
Right.
No, not many.
Sam's had like 4.
Well, because I've been in a relationship for 12 years since I was like 21,
Whoa.
22.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've been in them
That's
too.
romantic too.
Yeah.
Do you ever cheat in a relationship?
No. Never.
You've
I've
never done it?
Never cheated. I'm pretty sure I've never been cheated. I've never been cheated on that I know of. But I've also been in a lot of open relationships.
That helps.
It's been like a really long time since I've been monogamous with anyone.
But do you like not being monogamous? Like for me, like it's just a guy who's like an average fuck that would freak me out. But if a guy's a great fuck and he's in porn, he probably doesn't care. You don't want to be monogamous.
I mean, well, first of all, my husband and I are monogamous outside of work, but that's because, of what we do for work. Like there's only so much time in the day. But I don't know. It's been so long. And the last time I was monogamous, I was in high school. So I don't even know if that's like an option for me. I really like a variety. Like I enjoy a variety.
Jim, you'd be afraid you'd get shown up?
Yeah, I know I would. Well, let me ask you this. I mean,
You're definitely going to get shown up because once you're in a relationship, you're having sex for like 30 seconds in missionary.
I say 7 minutes is all you need.
7 minutes is almost too long.
That's what I try to tell these guys. They don't understand. 7 minutes start to finish is good to
It
go.
depends what you're doing, I guess. But
So-
like just straight up vaginal missionary, 7 minutes is too long.
so have you been with guys in the business who are not more connected to than your husband, but who are quote unquote, and I say a better fuck. I know that without the emotion, like look at Nacho Vidal, supposedly one of the best fucks of all time, or Rocco Siffredi. Those guys get fucked better than most men. So does your husband care if you're with a guy like that who's just known as being a machine?
My husband's like a machine too.
I'm sure he is,
That's
yeah.
like why I asked for his number in the first place. But he definitely like wants me to have a good time when I go to work.
He does.
Like, he doesn't. Yeah, he's never. The only rule he has now for porn is that his request is that I don't lick men's assholes anymore.
Wow,
What a prude.
Yeah, now he's a romantic.
Well, his theory is that
He doesn't wanna
men
kiss
have
it.
dirty assholes and women have clean ones.
That's actually a decent
That's
theory.
a very reasonable
Yeah,
request.
I mean,
I would agree with that.
yeah, I got caught doing it though, so
Oh,
I mean that was kind
oh,
of cheating.
no.
I guess.
because I'll bet you if he had said lick all the assholes you want, you wouldn't have. Did you just need like something sneaky to do?
Right.
How'd you get caught? What, you're filming?
Maybe that's what it was. Maybe I don't know. But I was fucking the guy's ass, and like it was. I wasn't gonna like put it in dry.
So you licked it, and what? How did he find out? He watched the scene. What did he say
They
to you?
put it in the trailer. It was. Do you know Joey Silvera?
Oh, he's a good friend of mine.
Yes, I thought you would know.
Was it Strap Attack,
So,
one of those?
It was a strap attack.
Of course. I haven't seen a lot of those, but I
I'm
know
not
Joey
familiar.
does them.
So yeah, I mean, I wasn't gonna put it, or you know what? It wasn't a strap attack, and that's why there was no lube on set. And I think we were just playing with a dildo, and I think it just like organically went in that direction, and that's why I used my tongue and not.
And what did he say when he saw it?
I
got to talk to you.
It was like a screaming fight, and at the time we were living in an apartment, and I'm sure our neighbors all heard like, "You said you weren't going to lick at men's assholes anymore." And
But you think part
what
of it,
is this?
you just wanted to get away with something? Like I think, like once in a while,
I think
being
that's
sneaky
true.
is
Yeah.
fun.
I think being sneaky is fun too, and I think that's why like it's bad to put in any relationship. I feel like I try not to put any rules on men because whatever that
They'll
rule
break
is,
them,
they're
right?
going
They're
to
going to break it.
Yeah.
Or put a rule on that you actually want them to break. No coming on her face. And they're like, oh, that's all they're going to do is come on the
Right.
face.
Yeah.
You're right. because-
Definitely don't buy me jewelry.
Yeah, I hate that.
I hate that.
Don't fuck a girl and then
Never.
buy me jewelry because that would turn me off. Then they're going to sneak in and they're going to do it. So you licked the guy's ass, and how did you know you were caught? You saw it in the
'Cause
trailer.
He told me.
He just yelled at you?
He brought his laptop to me and he's like, "What is this?"
Hey, asshole,
And it
Brett.
was me. Yeah, exactly.
He handed you a chiclet first, and oh no!
I think that's right, though.
I'm
I think
fascinated
you do,
with that.
I think you do, even in an unconventional relationship, still have that thing where you want to get away with something, or something feels like, oh, it'll be dirty if I do this because it's not allowed,
Right.
or whatever it is, and it makes you want to break the one rule.
So true. That's kind of messed up.
Yeah.
No, but I think it's human, though. I don't think it's crazy. It's like I think every person has that. And just because you're in porn or you're a sex worker doesn't mean you're not going to have the same. Trying to push the envelope a little bit. Just the
Yeah.
envelope's different for you guys.
That's how I feel about porn in general, though. Like, I always think if it weren't taboo, I don't know that I'd be so obsessed and drawn to it. Like, I like that it's kind of bad.
You do, right?
Yeah.
And do you do like now? They're talking about legalizing, like prostitution and all that stuff. And do you think it'd be safer if they legalized it, or do you?
100%.
You do.
It's only dangerous because it's illegal. I mean, like, if we legalize prostitution, we could ask for things like testing protocol.
Sure.
Like, there wouldn't be pimps charging girls, 80% of their money or whatever. I think legalizing prostitution would be the first thing I did if I were president.
Do you think that crimes against sex workers go unreported because they know that what they're doing is illegal?
Absolutely, yeah, definitely. I mean, same with, I think, any illegal profession, like even drug dealers. Like, I think everything just
Should be legal?
Yeah.
Do you guys have
Legalize it
any
all.
kids or no?
We don't know.
Do you want them?
I'm undecided.
Because Belladonna got out of porn. I think when she had a daughter, she just kind of wanted to just go in a different direction. Is that why you're not sure? Because you don't know if you want to work in the industry with you have kids?
I mean,
or-
I also wonder if it's even too late. Like, I know a lot of people in porn who have kids, and they're actually like doing a really great job raising their kids. But I can't help but think about, like, I've done everything I wanted to in my adult life. Would it be so selfish to like bring a kid into this world? And like, can you imagine being in middle school and some kid coming up to you like, I just saw your mom's asshole on the internet?
Do you know how many times I've heard that?
I guess, but like, you're young, so it's like if you've already done everything that you want to do in your adult life,
But I'm not done.
you got to do something.
But I want to keep doing it.
You just want to
too.
keep doing everything.
I mean,
that-
I don't know. Like, I'm 32 now, so I'm definitely, like, the pressure is on. I have to start really thinking about it. But I don't know.
How do feminists handle you? Because feminists always make sex workers look like victims.
Yeah.
And look, in some cases they are, or they've been trafficked, and there's a lot of that. But you're not someone they can dominate conversationally because you're smart, you know what you want to do,
And you're
you like
empowered.
doing it.
I mean,
you're empowered.
Yeah,
Yes.
you could argue that you're a feminist.
I think, yeah, like, I definitely consider myself a feminist very much. I mean, I believe in equal rights for men and women, blah, blah, blah. But I think feminists, like, a lot of the, like, anti-sex extremist feminists, I would say, have a problem with anyone who chooses to do porn or says that the porn I do is degrading, but I think that's like a pretty close-minded way to think.
Because a lot of them sexually might be big submissives too. Like a lot of them might enjoy being spit on or being
Totally. And I feel like I definitely agree with that theory that being submissive or liking humiliation and stuff like comes from a place where, we're raised to be ashamed of our sexuality, and it's almost like a safe way to play out our sexuality when we're being forced to do it. Like,
yeah.
I definitely feel all of that. I love like rape play and stuff.
Do you really?
Mm-hmm.
I've had a lot of girls that like that. I hope. Yeah, no, I've gotten a few of those too. But I feel weird doing it. Like I like it, but it's
You like it?
I enjoy it if I know the person really
Right.
is
Getting off
private
on it.
about it. Like because then it feels like wow, we're doing something really dark.
Oh, I see. Like
It's
that
the
person
taboo thing.
enjoys it, but she won't tell other people.
Yeah, I like
you,
knowing
you know the secret.
That turns me on.
Yeah.
See, he's still old fashioned deep down.
Yeah, that's true. I only want to act out a rape with somebody who they don't know. But I can't be too mean either. Like I can be degrading, but I can't be too mean. And
I don't like being mean either. Like I had an ex-boyfriend who was really into me. I don't even know if I can say this word.
Go ahead, push him.
Faggot.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
he
sure.
likes for me to call him that. When I was fucking his ass.
That's
And, like,
not that
it
crazy.
It wasn't. Yeah, in the grand scheme of things, I guess it's not that crazy. But like that's like almost as far as I can go. Like even in porn, like I won't do any of the racial stuff. Especially when I'm like fucking a black guy, I'm not gonna like do any of that racial
Do
stuff.
they want you to do? I've heard
Yeah.
black guys. I know a lot of white girls that have fucked black guys, and they're like, yeah, they want me to call them a nigger. And it was hard to do. I didn't want to do it.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't. I don't like doing that, especially on camera.
It feels weird, right?
And what if it gets taken out of context?
Sure.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah, because somebody could easily say, "Well, didn't you make a movie where you did this? Is this the type of person that you want to blah blah?"
Right. And the thing is, like, if that were my fantasy, I would have no problem doing it.
Yeah.
But it's not my fantasy at all. It doesn't turn me on. I'm literally just doing that for a paycheck. So
that's why it's tough
I'm not going to do it.
Like politicize sex and whether it's like feminist and porn or whether it's racial or whatever, because just about everybody that comes out and talks about porn being immoral or whatever, or this type of porn being bad or that type of porn being bad, all it takes is a little digging and you find out what kind of weird thing that they're into,
right?
And they become a hypocrite.
Maybe a lot of digging.
You almost can't. I feel like sexuality just needs to be a whole separate thing from like politics, though, because it's not fair to like. I think like when you try to make sex like an ethical thing, like it sucks.
Yeah.
Stop using sex as a weapon. That's what I say.
You say that a lot?
I've never heard you say that, but I do believe it's your philosophy. I want to ask you, too, you have, you're interesting, too, because you attended the United Nations International School on a scholarship. What was the scholarship for?
So my grandfather was a diplomat. So it was just
to where?
From Japan, and then he was in New York for a while. That's how my parents ended up here. He was in Australia. He was in Myanmar. He's been a bunch of places.
Do you speak Japanese?
I do.
Can you say something in Japanese? Whatever you would say, whatever is comfortable for you to say.
Yeah, say something.
You have to tell me to say something.
How about this? Can you say
something like sexual to Dennis?
No, I can't say anything sexual. No way.
Why?
Because I only speak it with my family, and it feels so gross.
But you're saying it's a Dennis.
Then it's a challenge because he's never heard it.
I don't even know how to say anal in Japanese.
How about this? Do you know how to say ass?
Sam.
But I know.
Fucking Danny! That's one of these.
Like the childish word for ass would be oshiri.
Oshiri? So how would you tell Danny, get on your knees and kiss my oshiri?
I wouldn't even
how would you
know
threaten
how
to spank
say
him?
I mean, like, technically, I guess you could say oshiri o kisu shite kudasai. But, like, that does not sound sexy at all.
No, thank you. But we're willing to learn.
He said happy. I say ass. Sam, that was very fast. You've been waiting to say that.
It just came
Was that your first language?
I guess technically, yeah.
So Japan, they're kind of like, it's a different culture. They're very, kind of a little bit more stoic, I think.
Yeah, very stoic.
So how do they respond to your, like, your grandfather?
My parents are not. Like, my parents are pretty, like, creative, emotional people. But my grandparents don't know. My cousins in Japan found out that I'm doing porn. And, I mean, it was kind of stressful and straining on the relationship at first. But now 10 years later, it's
how'd they find out? By seeing it, or did someone tell them?
I don't know.
They don't have Google.
I don't
want to
know.
They don't have Google in Japan.
In Japan, they do.
Japan is like the future. Japan had Googled before we had Google.
Oh, did they?
Country
I would
blocked it, I thought.
China.
Yeah.
China, okay.
Very racist.
I know, he really is.
That's like extremely racist.
All right.
Totally different culture.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you know how Dennis, his bumper sticker says they're all the same to me. It's like, whoa, he's
I didn't do any Mr. Miyagi jokes, right?
Miyagi.
I always say Japan.
That's why I didn't do it, because I can't say it.
Miyagi.
Hey, Mr. Miyagi. What are you,
No,
karate?
but I always say like Japan, we're like the white people of Asia. So
yeah, they are.
yeah, I mean, it goes like Japanese, Korean, Chinese. Other.
Has anybody in your life gotten mad at you, like, or not, like, because the porn's one thing, and people get past that eventually, I'm assuming, but now that you're doing the podcast, where you're kind of like talking about everything that happens, like that's this whole other revealing part.
It's more revealing.
It is, right?
Yeah, for sure. Like, I think my husband is way less happy about the podcasting than the porn.
Right, because now you're talking
because
about...
I can't stop talking about him and like things that I'm not supposed to say. Like, I talked about his hemorrhoid once.
Oh, did he have a roid?
So
oh,
mad.
no.
He had one, yeah. And like that was just revealing too much. And then,
well, hold on with the
like,
roid.
I'll talk about fights I have with him, and it's hard not, you know, like when you're talking for hours every day, it's hard not to talk about everything. Like it just comes up.
How long is your podcast?
So on KFC Radio, we do it twice a week, 1 hour a day.
Okay, and is that the only podcast you're doing?
Yes, that is the only podcast.
Okay, so you get 2 hours a week, and yeah, he doesn't like you talking about his certain things.
I mean, he doesn't At this point, he just
Roid rage.
He does roid rage. He doesn't even listen. I've requested that he doesn't listen to it because then I feel like I can't talk about everything, and I want to talk about everything.
Sure, you should.
Yeah.
Is there anything you don't want him talking about though? Like if he was doing a podcast, is there anything you'd be like, look, that's a little off limits?
I can't think of anything. No.
You're a bit more open.
I mean, I guess I wouldn't want him to like talk shit about my parents. That
No.
would hurt my feelings. Yeah.
Do they like him?
They love him.
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
And he likes them.
He likes them. I mean, I think they like him a little bit more than he likes them.
Why?
My parents are like obsessed with him. They just like really love him. He's such a good guy. Like he's like when you meet him, you just know he's a good person.
So now, what is your podcast about? What do you guys cover?
Even if he's in the middle of a DP scene, you can just tell.
You can
that
just
really
tell.
is. That's
It's
an
that
amazing way to
twinkle
meet
in his
somebody.
eye. Yeah, it's true. He has a good vibe. So my podcast is with Kevin Clancy and John Feidelberg. And it's just kind of, I don't know, we're kind of like a misfit of three people, which I always think is the best group of people. We're all in very different places in our lives. You know, I'm a married porn star. Kevin's married with a kid. John is single, like very single. And yeah, we just like kind of cover everything from like current events to just
Life stuff.
commentating on everything. Yeah, life stuff.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of fun.
It's a
I'm so
popular
happy to be
podcast
there.
too. I've been over to. I was at the Barstool office a couple weeks ago to do
Mm-hmm.
Kat Tim's podcast, and it really is a fun place. The whole like office looks like the apartment that Tom Hanks gets in Big.
It's very.
You know,
and
it's like all big. It's like hardwood and it's wide open
Yeah,
and
it's
there's
a
windows
loft.
everywhere. Yeah.
And it's very like it's such a crazy environment. Like every day, it's like it's kind of like remember Owen Wilson in Zoolander, his
Yeah,
place.
yeah.
It's like that. Like there's just like crazy shit happening every day. There was a kangaroo in the office the other day for like no reason at all. So it's funny because when I call it my real job, people are like, "That is not a real job."
So who have you had on?
So we just started.
You did.
Yeah, we had Buzz McAllister from Home Alone on, and he's been our first guest so far, and that was last week.
Oh, Devin
That's
Rattray.
huge.
Devin Rattray.
Yeah, I know Devin. He's a good guy.
Yeah, so that's I
He got the last line in that movie. You know.
did he really?
Yeah. Kevin, what did you do to my room?
Oh,
Hit
was
the
it last
credits.
one?
Yep.
Of number one.
Number one. Yeah.
I could have used that information last week.
Well,
Yeah,
See if you can
unprepared.
see if you can get it back on.
Unprepared.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like our show is the best when we don't have guests. It's funny I say this as a guest on your show, but I don't know. Like I like just like talking to the same people all the time.
Yeah, I enjoy that too. Sometimes
Yeah.
we get shit if our guests aren't great. We have some great ones. You're obviously a good guest because you talk like you know, and you're hilarious on Twitter.
Oh,
your
thanks.
Twitter is genuinely
Thank you
fucking
so much.
funny. I should have read your book. I didn't read your book, but I should have.
Oh, I should have brought you one.
I wish I had, but I didn't
I'll send
ask.
you one.
Hey, what about your candles? I'm fascinated that you have candles.
Yeah, so I started a candle line, and it's totally a joke that went way too far. My friend started a candle line, and he sent me a bunch to like just promo on social media, and then I have 86 candles on display in my house. I'm like a candle nut.
Me too.
And I was like, oh really?
I love them.
So I was like, I'm going to start making my own candles and stop buying so many candles and spending so much money. So I started making my own candles, and then I was like, oh my God, I'm going to sell candles. And then I was like, I'm just going to sell 100. And then 100 turned into 1,000. 1,000 turned into 5,000. And now my house is just taken over by candle supplies.
Should go on Shark Tank.
And well, except the candles have names like Daddy Issues and like Anal Sex. And
Do they smell like that?
Daddy Issues smells like
Tears.
Vanilla body spray and cigarettes. But it smells good. It sounds terrible, but it smells good.
And what
I
is
have
that
one
anal
called Strip
sex?
Club Locker Room. Where that one smells like drugstore perfume and cash. Like it's been a lot of fun, but at this point I'm like, what have I gotten myself into? I have 4,700 more candles to sell.
Wait, you made them?
I'm pouring them one by one on my own. Yeah.
Where do you do this?
At my house in California.
When I'm in California, you live in LA?
Yes.
I want to see your candle.
Okay, come over.
I literally had a girl
You
one
were
time
invited.
offer to make me. She had a candle. I'm like, wow, that's really nice, and she had made it. I'm like, it smells amazing. And she's like, oh yeah, I got the wax and I did it with the.
Yeah.
with like jasmine or whatever. It was fucking awesome.
I'll teach you how to make candles.
I'm such a queen. That's what I want to learn at. I want to go to a porn star's house and learn candle making.
And you make
I really am the worst.
of Papa for making bread.
Where are you going, Denny? You're standing out like you were leaving. What's the
I
matter?
have to go to the bathroom.
Oh, sweetie. Do you have to make a one or a two?
I feel like...
Is it one or
do you have to
in
shit?
Forrest Gump. I have to go to the bathroom.
Do you have to shit?
No.
You gotta pee?
I've been drinking a lot of water this morning.
Okay, we should take a break. It's 10:15. You came in a half hour early, so we
And
have more
on a-
time with you than we planned. So you'll hang with us for the rest of the show?
And on account of they was free, I must have drank me about 15 Dr. Peppers.
Yeah, Danny had a bunch of Dr. Peppers. So Asa is in here. Oh, sorry.
When we get back, by the
Yes.
way, we should number one try to figure out what makes
what's that?
Dennis
Number one.
cry.
Yes.
And number two, have you seen Dennis Falcone's boots?
No.
Is that what you were trying to?
That's what I was trying to tell you.
What's wrong with him?
They're like
They're
child.
awesome.
They're,
Let me see 'em.
They're children's biker boots.
Let me just show him.
No, they're not.
Yes,
I
they
can't
totally
see.
are.
Why? What makes them children's
They're
and
very
not
small.
regular?
They're very small.
Let me see the little
they're not.
tootsies.
They're very
Let me see
small.
them little tootsies.
I
Aww.
wear size
You
7.
have
They look
That
like
looks like-
excellent
I wear size 7.
flexibility.
Here's what they look like.
He really does. He just got his legs up over his head.
They look like the shoes that were on my Shazam doll when I was a kid. Those are kids.
Yeah, that looks like. You ever watch Sons of Anarchy? That's like the little boots that Jax Teller's kids were wearing in the crib.
Hey.
Wait, you're Italian, right?
Yes.
Italian men have small feet but big dicks.
Dennis, let's see it.
Dennis?
Whip it out.
I do have small
Whip
feet.
it out. Whip it out.
What's
Whip
that?
it out.
No, that's not what I
Do you have a big dick? He won't talk about his dick.
No.
Denny, you know how
I have to go to the bathroom.
Oh, Denny has to make. Okay, listen.
I'm going to follow Dennis to the bathroom and get a look at that thing.
No
I'll report
peek
back.
at it.
No peeking.
I'll report it back.
It's Asa Akira, ASAAKIRA.com. And the podcast, it's KFC Radio. When can they hear it and where?
You can find it on Tuesdays and Thursdays on iTunes, or you can also go to barstoolsports.com.
And if you want to see me New Year's Eve, come to the Tarrytown Music Hall. It's my last gig of the tour. And Sam, anything you want to promote besides your amazing premiere on...
Oh yeah, if you missed the, if you're interested in seeing what we did on the pre-show last night, it's on WWE's YouTube channel. If you look up Roadblock End of the Line Kickoff Show, you can watch the whole thing for free there.
And sadly, Travis is leaving the show. All right, we'll be right back. Which one is Asa Akira? That one? All right, Big Boy. Oh,
right
Denny.
there. Yes.
Hold on. Big Boy turned him on. Denny, did you make?
I urinated.
Oh, attaboy. Now, what were you saying, Samikins?
Somebody just posted a video of me. They were doing like the New Day on wrestling does like this clap, like this rhythmic clap.
That was very unrhythmic.
And they were unrhythmic isn't even a word.
Yes, it is.
And they were doing it on the show last night, and I started like dancing to it, you know, being goofy. And somebody just put up a video that said Sam Roberts didn't forget that he danced.
Oh, very good. Don't let me forget that I danced. It's
Yeah.
very important.
Yeah, I think that's right.
And there's a bunch of versions of it.
Is there?
Don't let him forget that she danced.
What?
You can go to so many versions. Don't let them forget that you danced.
So Denny, we got we got way off topic, but when was the last time? Like, what'll tear you up a little bit?
Yeah,
I think I did cry at Rudy.
Rudy.
When
Yes.
he went into
That's
the
a good
football
movie.
game. Yeah.
You like that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I kind of
it's a good
teared up.
When they
Yeah.
carried Rudy around,
Yeah.
when he what is he fucking runs one shit play and he doesn't
Yeah.
even score?
Yeah.
Fuck Rudy.
So you haven't cried since like 1987.
That, let me say, when
Let me ask you this,
autism.
Dennis. Did Rudy hit a little close to home?
And-
Who'd you sympathize with? I don't think it was the jocks, was it?
in Rocky 2, when she goes, just win, when Rocky's, Adrian's coming out of the coma or something.
Really? Did that counterbalance
Just win.
the pounding erection you had when she fell on the feed bag?
So
You really
that,
did just turn off life at some point.
Yeah, why, Denny?
I don't know. I mean, it's just a movie. I mean, I felt bad when Henry Hill went to jail
Why?
because it was such a
He
good
committed
movie.
a ton of crimes.
He ratted.
Yeah.
Did you cry in Shawshank?
No.
Wow, you're
Not even when they were
cold.
raping him. Yeah, you're tough.
No. I
Yeah,
didn't
no,
like
he's a
that.
tough cookie.
Denny's a tough cookie.
Like I
When
like
old
that
Brooks
movie.
hung himself.
What's
Do
that?
you cry in real
Brooks is
life?
here. If need to, yeah. I haven't
need
though.
to.
Like at a funeral, you would cry.
No.
No.
So what?
Denny's the type of guy who laughs at a funeral.
Yeah, he sure does.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a three-legged dog.
Yeah. I think I cried probably once when I got fired. From a
Wow.
job.
Okay.
Yeah. I was like, because you wake up at night and you go, damn, I'm not getting paid. What am I going to do?
So you
I
woke
gotta
up
get
and
a
the tears
job.
were flowing?
Yeah, you get a little choked up.
Yeah.
And you go
You know what?
downstairs and,
I think sometimes not crying over the big stuff. masks the pain of everyday life a little bit for some of us. You know what I mean?
I don't have everyday pain. I
that's
have
sort
a
of
happy
like
day. I
that's
have a
sort of
happy
like,
life.
are we really still in this rut feeling? Like that
Right.
doesn't. If you've just shut off emotionally from the big stuff, maybe you can push that away too.
You don't feel like you're in a rut, though, right?
No, of course not.
Yeah,
I'm here on a popular morning show.
No, that's right.
You know?
So you're just a happy
true.
guy.
Yes. Yeah.
That's true.
I enjoy what I do.
You do.
Yeah, I do.
You should.
I DJ parties. I'm on the radio. I hang out with nice guys like you.
Nice wedding you went to?
Yeah.
Turned on, hit
3 of
on?
them. Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Denny was the DJ of a gay wedding, which is great.
Same sex.
awesome.
Same sex.
Yeah, they don't call it gay, right?
You say
Oh, they
same
don't?
sex. You say same sex.
No.
Same sex.
You would say same sex.
Yeah.
Why?
You know, it's a well,
That's not the way Denny said it during the break. He said, "Yeah, there was 2 men." And he went, "Tuh, tuh," and he spit on the ground. I was like, "That's uncalled for, Denny." But
Is it offensive to say a gay wedding?
No, I guess you could call it that. It's just, a guy told me, he goes, "You're going to do a gay wedding." I said, "All right, fine." You know,
call it a same-sex mistake.
Yeah,
what we call
same-sex,
the weddings.
Yeah. I don't
Was
care.
your wedding romantic? Asa, was yours?
No, both marriages I got married in Vegas.
Did you
One was a drive-through, and the other one was an Elvis wedding.
on a whim, or you wanted to go there and get married? Or you're like, fuck it, we're here,
The
let's
first
do it.
one was on a whim, and the second one was planned
Really?
for like a week.
Do you
Planned
regret
for a
not doing like a big ceremony?
No, I would never want to do a big wedding.
Why?
That's
You still got seven.
so embarrassing to me.
7 to go,
Yeah,
right?
but I want all 7 to be in Vegas.
Oh, you do? You like Vegas?
I mean, it's not even that I love Vegas. It's just like I don't even like when it's my birthday. I don't even tell anyone because I get so embarrassed by that kind of attention.
Yeah.
Like, so having a whole day dedicated to me for a wedding is like mortifying.
Do you know, I get that too. I went out last night to dinner with a young lady friend. I don't kiss and tell.
Yeah, usually not one to kiss and tell, but today is a different story.
And we were in this restaurant and they were singing happy birthday to this woman. And I said, it's amazing. Like, that's so mortifying. Like, I could tell jokes to 1,000 people, but if 8 people sing happy birthday, I want to commit suicide.
Yes.
It's humiliating.
Because part of it is like,
Were you at
It's too
Applebee's?
intimate. It's oddly too intimate.
and it's the same thing with weddings. It's like we're celebrating you for just doing things that people do. Like
Yeah.
birthday is like, well, you're still alive, so let's all
And it's
sing.
also like people you know, and it's like, where do you look? Like, what kind of face do you do?
Do
like,
you get embarrassed, though, with the other people in the restaurant hearing them sing happy birthday?
it's the worst.
It
Just
sucks.
like makes me want to crawl up into myself and die.
But yet you can do, it's a weird what doesn't. Like, you can have anal sex on film and you're very comfortable.
Yeah.
You don't get nervous that.
No, not at all. Like I love it. To me, like being filmed is part of the fantasy. Like that's the fetish for me.
Have you had guys not be able to get erections?
On porn?
Sure.
Yeah, all the time.
And what do
It
you...
makes you feel better, right?
Well, yeah, because for them.
No, I mean everybody has a bad day.
But what do you take it personally or no?
No, not at all. No.
How do they feel?
I mean, I think the best.
Because you had a bad day.
I think like whenever a guy fails the scene, like can't get hard or can't come or whatever, I think that shows so much character. Like how he deals with that situation, because there's definitely the guys that like kind of lash out at everything, and like they'll blame the girl or the director or the heat or the environment or this furniture is too hard or too soft or whatever. But like I think the guy that can be like, hey, sorry guys, I'm just having a bad day, like that's the best kind of person.
So what will you do? Have you had guys blame you?
Personally, no, because I'm nice. But yeah, like there's definitely girls when you get to set and you can tell they just like would rather be somewhere else or they're there just for the money or something. And yeah, like I'm sure that doesn't help the guy get hard, but it's also like not her job to get him hard, you know? So when he blames her, it's kind of like, well, that's not her job. Like,
So these guys just have to block out that and just like get blown and get their dicks hard. I mean,
It's a tough job for guys. Like you're not always going to be able to fuck who you want to fuck. Like it's most of the time it's going to be a girl that you're not into.
Tough job, but somebody's got to do it. Am I right, Daddy?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Got to get up every morning, go to work, pay the bills.
but to be able to get your dick hard in front of people, that's fascinating. How do you do it? I couldn't do it. My dick would be like a fucking... some comedian, the best description of a soft dick, some comics said my dick was like a stack of dimes. I'm like, what a great way to describe an awful soft dick. I wish I could credit whoever said that. But that's how my cock would be all the time.
Well, I mean, a lot of them get off on it. They're
do.
exhibitionists. So that's part of it for a lot of them.
I mean, I don't know if I know, but maybe, like, I'd probably be so excited the first time because I've been in a relationship for 11 or 12 years, however long it's been, that it wouldn't be that difficult. But if it started happening regularly,
In front of people?
yeah, I could. Well, I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not. But I feel like it'd be so exciting the first time I could pull it off.
I will say this: I did this reality show where called The Sex Factor, where we just took like 12 normal people, and
there's another reality show with a very
porn.
similar name.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've heard of it once or twice.
Well,
But so we shot 6 guys and 6 girls who had never ever done porn before, but they were looking to break in.
Mm-hmm.
And we lived in a house for a while, and the guys, like, not a single one could get hard in the beginning. And, like, these were, like, horny, sexual, young dudes
Oh, so
who
maybe I
wanted to do
couldn't.
porn. And it's, like, it was funny at first, but after a while, it was like, all right, we really need to see a hard dick here because
Yeah,
we are making porn.
We don't have a show right now.
Right.
No, you do have a
But-
show. It's actually more interesting if they can't get hard.
well,
Soft
that's
Dick
what-
House.
That's how we that's how we felt in the beginning, but like after so long, it's like, okay, like we've seen enough soft dicks. Like it's the joke is done.
So would you bring a professional in? That would have been great. If you really wanted to wreck the guy, you bring in like a Manuel Ferrara and just a fuck her until she cries.
I mean, eventually, some of them got comfortable, some of them never did, but like it just goes to show you, like, it doesn't matter how horny you are or how much you want it. Like, it's not an easy job to get your dick hard in front of people.
I can't get over. I've watched them shoot it a couple times, and not that the women aren't impressive, but the men impress me more just because you have to get hard.
It's the dudes are way more impressive.
And the fact that they can do it in front, and it's not a sexy environment. You think it's gonna be hot, but there's a director going, "All right, more, let's go. All right, turn over." It's like a guy barking out fucking directions.
Yeah, it's not hot. Not to mention, like,
That's why
right
they call
up
him a
until this-
director.
No, I'm not disagreeing. Danny raises a good point, but that's why the guy's called the director. He's
Right.
directing the action.
Yes.
But it's still hard. Could you keep a hard on in front of people?
Sure. No, I don't. I've never done that. I don't know. I mean, I've never done it. Have you
I
done
guess
it in
you
front
never
of
know
people?
till you try.
No.
I feel like you'd be really good at it, Jim.
Thank you very much. That's you're
Really nice to hear from
from
our guest.
yes, it really is, and it's really inaccurate. I appreciate her vote of confidence, but it's a very, very misguided vote. I'd be an abomination. I'm bad one-on-one in front of people. I'd be humiliatingly terrible.
Especially because you think about it a lot. Like, I feel like every time this topic comes up, you bring up the fact that your dick doesn't work half the time.
Yeah.
So, like, that's an insecurity that you already have. There's
Or
no
maybe
way.
you're like putting out the word and setting the bar really low so that when you
Right.
do meet people in real life, you're like a superstar.
No, they know. They know. It's like I'm just so jaded and weird. You just become a jaded weirdo. Don't you? Like, is it easy for you to get turned on in real life too?
Yeah, I mean, I can find something in anything that'll turn me on.
Did you know
It's really rare that I meet someone that I'm like, oh, I could never have sex with them.
When you were doing strap-on
It gives
play,
a lot of hope to a lot of people out there.
to every man out there.
Way to create a fan base, by the
Like, if
way.
you looked at Denny's not a bad-looking guy. He's an older guy.
Yeah.
What would you fantasize with Denny to look at him and go like, wow? Okay.
Especially you've spoken to him a little bit. You
I mean,
get.
I'm very like it's. I don't like look at a person.
You
I'm
seen
like,
his
oh, I would
boots?
do this to you. Like whatever you're into.
But, like, what do you think? Like, think about it. Like, looking at Denny, sizing him up. Like, what do you think would be fun about him?
He's traditional. He's only been with one woman. He's a gentleman.
Maybe he'd leave his boots on.
I think he'd be a very passionate lover.
You do?
Yeah.
Are you a passionate lover, Dennis?
I'd like to think so.
You are.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Do you enjoy anal sex?
No.
Have you ever done it?
No.
Okay. Would you do it with someone who?
Italians don't like anal. I feel like
Why?
Italian Americans.
Because they're homophobic.
That's
I don't know.
probably
They
Yeah, I
they're
think
just
so.
they tend to be very like more like macho.
Right. Yeah.
The mentality is more just
not,
like
not a backdoor man.
So now, have you ever, when you were doing strap-on play, did you ever have a little mess on the strap-on?
yeah.
You did, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've been shit on so many times in my life.
Really?
Oh,
Metaphorically? or-
Welcome to radio.
Metaphorically and literally.
So you've had guys shit on you with strap-on?
Guys and girls, yeah.
For somebody whose rules are like, you have very few rules in life. But one is you're not supposed to lick guys' assholes. And two is that when you were a dominatrix, there would be no shit play. You still have not avoided being shat upon.
No, yeah, isn't it so unfortunate?
Yeah, really. That should have been some of the lyrics in that Alanis Morissette song about irony.
Yeah,
Being
it's-
shit on when you have a rule.
That's actually like so profound.
Yeah, right?
In a weird way.
I think so.
Like no matter what, you're gonna get shit on.
Do you remember the first time it happened?
Yes.
You do, right?
Yeah.
What was
it was
the
at
circumstance?
the dungeon when I was fucking a guy's ass. And I don't know. I think I'm a pretty like empathetic person, so I wasn't like, ew, gross. Like, I just acted like
It happened like slowly or just an explosion?
it wasn't an explosion. Like, it wasn't explosive, if you know what I mean. But like, it was. I looked down and it was there.
And you smelled it.
I smelled it.
And you said
was
something?
The smell is. It's the smell more than anything.
What'd you
I
say?
didn't say anything because I mean he
You
wasn't
pooped
into
on
like.
me.
Yeah, he wasn't specifically into like scat play or anything like that.
You didn't tell him to go clean up?
It was me. The first time it was me and 3 other girls, 2 or 3 other girls. So I
embarrassing.
just like excused myself and then like
Your poopy's on the
I
floor.
cleaned it up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
excuse me, mister. And you put the thing in his face. Could you clean this?
Yeah.
With your mouth.
Was he embarrassed?
I don't even know that he knew it happened.
You dropped a Falcone, sir. You see what I'm saying there? He was a shit.
Yes,
you
I
know?
got it. I
Okay,
got
good.
I got it.
Comment?
No, it's okay. You got me there.
It came out of it.
Sam.
It came out of his Sam.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah,
very
see?
good.
Oh, that was a good one. Too.
Yeah.
Only took you a half hour.
Oh.
Well, no, just waiting for the right context.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I think when someone shits on you, the only thing you can do is act natural about it, right? Like that's your only option.
What could you?
Yeah,
how
I've had
could
to
you
go to it.
possibly act natural? Like there is no natural response. To act natural to being shit upon is to go, gross.
Then don't, by any means, don't act natural.
Okay, yeah, that's.
Because I mean, you know, I think it sucks to be shit on, but it sucks more to shit on someone.
What?
By
That's a
accident.
very zen attitude to have.
It's true though.
You really are a nice person.
I try.
Like you're a great person. That should be the rule. Like
It's
what would
worse.
what's worse? Being shit upon or accidentally shitting on
I
somebody?
agree with her, but I'm a creep.
Yeah.
Like I agree with her on that one, but I'm a total.
Like I would
pig.
say yeah, having feces on me would be worse than anything.
Danny, what do you think?
You're going to have that when you change those diapers, my friend.
That's true.
Yeah.
Baby doesn't.
It's still
Yeah, baby
feces.
shit isn't as gross.
We're not talking about that. It's a baby. Dennis, what are you doing?
We're talking about feces.
I know, but you're talking about scat play with babies now.
No, I'm not.
It's got really weird. Dennis.
Adrian, into the mic. What?
You're
Hold
making
on.
it gross.
His mic's not on.
Which one's your mic? I'm sorry.
It's 8.
Just tell me which one.
8.
Hold on. Okay, comment, Adrian.
Yeah, we were talking about shit on getting on your dick.
I was talking about
jump
jumping
Yeah,
on
that's
you.
what we were talking about, right?
No. We were talking
Yeah,
about
yes, we were.
anywhere.
You were
Whether-
talking
whether
about
it's-
shit on a strap-on.
No.
Yeah, on a
And
strap on.
She was. She
you
said
said a
somebody
baby.
dropped it on the
You
floor.
said, yeah, you're going to experience that with your baby.
Why would you say that about a baby?
Because you're going to get it when you change diapers,
I'm
I
not gonna
said.
do that.
You're not going to change diapers?
No, I'm not going to do what you were talking about. That's not part of the process.
Yeah, you don't clean diapers with your penis.
With your
Yes, you can.
What?
Keep quiet.
No judging.
Yeah.
Paul and his friend Dennis.
Sure, you get in there.
No.
You clean it out. You distract them.
You read me wrong.
Okay, but it's just, I think he might have misspoken there.
No.
Okay, so the first time you did, you just kept going. That to me would be humiliating for the guy.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I don't want to humiliate him in a bad way. I only want to humiliate anyone the way they want to be humiliated.
Do you ever spit on someone?
Yeah.
That's pretty common, right?
Yeah, that's pretty common.
That's not an odd thing to.
No.
I kind of like that.
I like it too.
You do?
Yeah. Yeah, being spitting on someone is kind of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The worst is someone has like dry spittle. There's none of it.
Yeah.
And it's just like fucking 4 drops. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What if somebody spits on you and they have bad breath?
Yeah, that would suck.
Has
but
that
you know
happened?
what? Yeah, it's happened, but like, I feel like once I'm getting fucked, I don't like notice things like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like all that stuff goes away.
All that stuff goes away. Yeah, like I could sit here and be like, I don't do this, I don't do that. But like once I'm fucking, I feel like.
In the throes of passion?
Yeah, in the
I
throes
see.
of passion.
You could ignore a lot.
Yeah.
You lose yourself in it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's hard for me to do that. I keep getting wrapped up in like the room.
In the moment?
Yeah,
You
I can't.
own it?
I can't. No, but I can't get
Never let
into
it
it.
go.
I can't just be free. I told you I was fucking a girlfriend once. I guess that's a song, but I was fucking a girl one time. I was fucking a girl one time, and my girlfriend was like, her eyes were closed. I'm like, how do you just zone out? I can't do it.
Wait, do you close your eyes or do you keep them open?
No, I just look around. I don't know where to
Maybe
look.
you should try closing your eyes.
I'm a weird guy.
You're just like looking out your window, looking at the ceiling.
I really am terrible.
I mean, I'm a fan of keeping my eyes open, but not like because I'm looking around.
Yeah, like I don't know what to look at. Like she was like, her eyes were closed. She was just enjoying it. I need so much bells and whistles. I was like, I don't know how you enjoy this.
Jess doesn't like it. I leave my eyes open.
Of course she has to close her eyes.
Even when we're kissing.
I love
leave my
kissing
eyes.
with my eyes open.
Me
Why
too.
do we close our eyes when we kiss?
I don't
It's
know.
so much
Bizarre.
better when
I
you
never
open
do
them.
that.
Yeah.
I never do that.
And it's like you're like labeled a creep when you keep
Yeah.
them open. But I resent that. You know what? We should start a movement.
Right.
Wait a minute. So
eyes open movement.
But
Kissing with your eyes open.
But do you kiss with your head tilted to the side, or do you face each other straight on?
I mean, I guess it depends. I don't know. I guess you have to tilt a little bit because otherwise your noses would.
Do you want to practice
collide.
kissing?
What?
Do you practice kissing with a friend?
No,
How old are you?
I don't have any.
48.
You're asking questions of like an 11-year-old. Like, are you supposed to tilt your head?
No, I'm asking if he does.
Do you do it with your friends?
What's Frenching?
No, I'm asking because I know how I kiss, and I always turn my head and my eyes are closed. I actually do that like a foot before I go in. I turn, eyes closed, then just lunge.
Right.
But I always know. But to me, it's weird to keep your eyes open.
You got to tilt your head a little bit, otherwise your noses would.
Some people do
Smush
that. No, I've
against each
kissed
other.
people who just kiss straight on, and it's a really
Stick
weird.
their chins
No,
out.
it's definitely a tilting situation.
You have to.
And then
right?
you have that moment where, okay, you go left and I'll go right, and you laugh.
It's fun.
That oddly doesn't happen.
It just works out, right? But doesn't it take a couple times when you're kissing to get it right? Like it take to learn the other person's mouth and what they like. It's not always.
Not if you know what you're doing.
That's not true because that's subjective.
I feel like you're really
Not a great kisser.
like sounding
No,
like
I've actually been told.
Yeah,
I've actually been told I am a
Don't you
good
have to
kisser.
kiss a few dozen times before it's like real? Like what? I don't think so.
But you have to. Everyone's different.
You know, I haven't.
That's not true.
I think it's you.
I think it might be you.
It might be a combination.
He just tries weird shit.
I stick my tongue out and I wait for their mouth to open. Then I put my tongue in and I go back and forth across their teeth. I have to scrape the bottom teeth, the upper teeth, and I pull my tongue out.
Right.
How do you kiss?
It's a ritual.
You basically kiss like a serial killer.
Yeah, I do.
That's what it sounds like.
Hold on, straight on. I hold their face.
You French, Dennis?
What's that?
No, I never French Dennis. No, but I'm saying when you kiss a person, everyone has, like, I don't like people who are too aggressive with their tongue. I don't like people who don't use their tongue. I kissed a girl one time with a short tongue. It was fucking awful. But I mean, like, there's a little thing, like, every person's mouth is a little bit different. Every person opens their mouth a little differently. Every person uses their tongue a little bit differently. And that's learned. That's not automatic.
But if
like,
you pay
it's like getting a
attention.
blowjob. Every girl sucks your dick a little differently. Every woman wants her
Do
pussy.
we?
Yes. Every woman wants her pussy eaten a little differently.
Yeah, well, that's true.
So why should kissing be any different? Like, if you think you know how to eat pussy, like, okay, she likes her clit licked rapidly and harsh. Then go in the next girl, she's like, ow!
But that's why sex with girls is so fun, because like we're so picky and so different and such a challenge. Whereas guys, it's like I feel like I open my mouth and you come.
Yeah.
That's a great motto in life. That's how I feel as a comedian. You didn't like that?
It's like an orgasm of laughs.
Yeah.
An eargasm.
That's right, an eargasm.
So but I think everybody's a little different. It's a learned, and some people suck
true.
at kissing. I hate kissing, a terrible kisser.
You know what? I think you're right, actually. There's something to be said about that. Like, I think a good kisser is someone who can adapt to any person's style and kind of like be sensitive enough that you're not opening your mouth too much for someone who doesn't like their mouth open too much. Or
and you adjust a little bit.
But
I mean,
you pay attention, right?
You pay attention,
Yeah.
but it's learned, and it takes a couple of times. Once in a while,
learner, bro.
I mean, I feel
you
like
gotta be a quick learner.
you pretty much learned that within one second.
One kiss, yeah.
No,
figure it out.
No, I'll sit down afterwards. I have a little notebook, and I'll check mouth opening, distance. We measure. I do measurements. I take the.
I'm starting to think
tape measure.
You might not
How
have.
creepy would that be if you found that notebook? Like,
These are my kissing statistics.
And I'll put a red
3
line.
centimeters open.
Yeah, mouth
dilated.
open too wide, too much saliva, making too much noise.
You may not have great chemistry with most of the people that you're with, Jim.
Well, again, a lot of times it's a one and done. You might be correct.
Yeah, that's probably why.
No, I enjoy kissing. That's very important to me. I love
Yes.
it.
You know, yeah.
I love a good smoocher, and I'll say
do?
that to her. Hope
Yeah.
you smooch proper. But again, what is good?
Why
Because
don't you come over and grab a smooch?
I've kissed women who sucked at it, who fucking sucked at it, and I'm like, maybe other guys think they're amazing. I can't.
I don't know.
One man's trash is another man's treasure.
Exactly.
I guess so, but I don't think so. The people are bad kissers or good kissers.
That's not. But that's very subjective.
Yeah, I think that's a really closed-minded way.
It really is. See,
Well.
now all of a sudden she's on Team Jim. At first she was on Team Sam. Now she thinks you're a piece of shit. Good.
Yeah.
See how hurtful that is?
No, you're both pieces of shit.
Thank you.
Don't
That's
worry.
true. We should be sitting perched on a strap on while everybody holds their nose. It's just bad boys. By the way, David Cho never gave me a piece of art. I like David a lot. He did it. I did the podcast, and I did. It was so much
what?
fun.
Podcast.
And he's supposed to get a little piece of art. He never got mine. Doesn't he give them to people after they do it?
Is that what he said?
Oh, it's just a lie.
Yeah,
I don't.
God damn.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what your guys' deal was.
It wasn't a deal. It just my manager
just
told me
assumed?
that. My manager told me like, no, Dave's gonna give you a joy, a little something.
Oh, then you should probably hit him up for it. I'll ask him.
I don't want anything worth money. He was just gonna draw something, and he didn't. So I wouldn't
I
sell
feel
it.
like everything he draws is worth money.
I wouldn't sell it. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, Shepard Ferry's given me a couple of nice things that he signed.
Yeah.
Sabbath. I'm not gonna sell that.
I'm sure he would give you one.
Yeah. What are you looking at, Sam?
Did you guys hear Henry Heimlich is dead?
Who is that?
Oh,
The guy
who's
who
that?
invented the Heimlich.
That guy was alive?
I didn't know
guess
that
so.
either. Danny just wrote that down.
No, he just handed me the whole news story.
No, there's a lot of
hey.
show prep we didn't get through here.
That sounds like someone that would have been alive in like 1920.
He was 96.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
By the way, do you know who his nephew was or his grandson?
Who?
Anson Williams from Happy Days, Potsy Weber.
Really?
He was related. It might be an uncle. He was related to Henry Heimlich, and he had something to do with making the Heimlich maneuver popular. I don't remember what it was. He told it on our show. He also went out with Lyndon Johnson's daughter.
Whoa.
He didn't
If they
fuck
had
her,
a
though.
kid, what a royal kid.
Wait till you guys hear this. The Heimlich maneuver is a series of 5 abdominal thrusts designed to dislodge an object blocking the airwaves. Even at the age of 92, only 4 years ago, Heimlich battled the American Red Cross, which recommends that 5 back slaps should come before abdominal thrusts. So
To make sure that they're not what? Like just...
I don't know.
Who knows? Why would you battle about that?
How did he die?
Choked to death.
Yeah. That would
Choked
be
on a pretzel.
sad.
No.
You had a bee sting.
He had a beat. Imagine if it was a weird death. He had a stroke while being fucked in the ass.
That would be awesome.
That would be great, right? What an ironic way to die. Help all these people and you die in such a silly fashion.
Or like fucking a horse or something.
Did you ever see Mr. Hands? He buries the horse dick in the
No.
guy.
What? Is
Guy
that
died.
porn?
It's real. Guy died of a perforated colon. His name was Kenneth Pinion. Boeing engineer, since you mentioned that. Yeah, he died getting fucked in the ass by a horse.
Oh, well, that is sad.
Yeah, it's a rough way to go. It's a rough way to go.
Damn.
I don't know.
Khartoum.
That's from
Godfather.
Okay, so Heimlich died. Yeah, unfortunately, he passed away.
He had a
How old?
heart
95?
96. He had a
Bad
heart
day
attack.
for people in their 90s.
Yeah, I know.
Every day
Zsa
is a
Zsa
bad
Gabor.
day for people in
So
their
that's
90s.
so that's the 3, right? It was
day.
Alan Thicke last week, right?
Yeah.
It goes in
This
3.
isn't the no.
Not for Heimlich, no.
Goes in-
Yeah,
He
a
didn't
couple
count?
of fucking 90-year-olds died that should have been dead years ago. Like, okay, fine, but
That's
that's,
very
not
close. That's
like,
very ageist attitude to have.
Is it?
Very ageist.
Yeah, that is.
Doesn't that mean?
Also, Zsa Zsa Gabor is Paris Hilton's grandma. Have some respect.
She
No,
dated.
you're right.
She was
She gave us a
married
lot,
to
didn't
Conrad
she?
Hilton. That's right. But isn't it
or is it step grandma?
I'm gonna guess step.
Oh, okay.
She was married 9 times. She
yeah,
did,
that's
she
true. The
achieved your
odds
goal.
are not even in our favor.
No.
I don't think that's a blood thing. That's more of a
Step.
Yeah, I don't think anybody will remember she was married to fucking.
She's the one that said, "Don't get mad, get even," right? Or is that Ivanka?
I don't know. It's probably one of them. She also would say funny shit on the Tonight Show. Yeah. Like she would say, "I just want a man who's compassionate and understanding." Is that too much to ask of a millionaire? You know, like she was just like one of those, like famous
Right.
for doing nothing but being famous.
And then she was like, "Hey, where's the fuck is my
Oh,
leg?"
apparently it's by Robert Kennedy. Never mind. It wasn't Zsa Zsa
What was the
Gabor.
quote?
Don't get mad, get even.
Oh, right, yeah, he said that right. I think he said that in the kitchen of the fucking the Ambassador Hotel.
We're out of time.
Yes, we are. It was really fun having you on.
Thank you for having me. I had a lot of fun.
You should come back when you're in. If you're in New York
Definitely.
a lot, you
I'm
should.
here all the time now.
Yeah, we'd
come
love to
in.
have you back a lot.
fun.
Denny, it was
Definitely.
fine having you in for the first hour as well.
Thank you very
And
much.
we'll plug
You're
your-
saying you didn't do great the
had a
second and
nice
the third
time.
hour?
No, I just meant that the second and third hour you were here, so he was unnecessary, but we were happy to have him.
Oh, I see.
Thank you.
He did a good
He was,
job.
like he was like a great accessory.
And I think, by the way, home run for Jim Norton sitting in this seat for the
Yeah.
first time in his radio career.
Yeah, I mean, you did great.
I'm not looking for. Come on.
You did
Are
great.
you, like,
Happy
trying out for this
birthday to you.
So we. No, what are you saying?
Are you trying out for this position permanently, or
No, but Sam always does it, and it's like
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
He was away this morning. He could have been. He just
Yeah.
didn't feel like coming in, and
I had to fly back from Pittsburgh
I don't mind doing it. It's fine, but it's like I didn't want to just
Last
have to.
night?
Yeah,
this
today.
morning.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of valid.
Yeah, I would say it's pretty
It
valid.
was, but I was comfortable doing it. We're going to switch off and on and off.
cool.
And you're comfortable in that seat. You've been in that seat a million times. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, this is easy.
You look good there.
I'm comfortable
Thank you.
here.
Yes.
Are you comfortable at your desk, Beck?
He's sitting on a dildo, by the way. Terrible joke. And Asa, they can hear your podcast how?
You can search KFC Radio on iTunes. You can also search for it on barstoolsports.com. And if you want to see me in porn, please go to wickedpictures.com.
Yeah,
lots of great options.
Tremendous porn star, one of the biggest, and really, you won Best Anal Scene, right? Am I correct? A few years ago?
I won Performer of the Year in 2013.
And that's a big thing for AVN.
Yeah. I was happy.
Good for you.
Thanks.
And Dennis on 70s channel.
Yes,
Dennis
70s on 7. Dennis the Menace.
And Sam, you already know Sam. Just support that wrestling.
Everybody's been cool about
it. The pre-show. Awesome, what's it called? The road gig show pre-show.
What?
I don't remember.
Roadblock End of the Line kickoff show?
Nice.
Yes. Check out Sam to get the YouTube views up, and they'll use them again. And see me New Year's Eve in Tarrytown. We're here tomorrow. We only have 2 more shows, and then we're fired. So, Travis, I'm going to miss you.